Hey there, Silver-Tongued Devil here, and in this live stream where we are once again revisiting the volumes of when streams go bad, this will be volume 70, we have switched across from Hellsplit Arena on VR to Battle Brothers. I hope you can all appreciate the segue and the interlinkedness of those two things, and if you can't, well, you must be of a low IQ or something. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at Battle Brothers. This is one that I've been playing quite a bit of in my spare time to make sure that I'm good. It is another one of those games where basically you lot are going to be my crew and you'll be named and there'll be death. Now, fortunately in this game, I can't just space you. However, you're going to have to work pretty fucking hard to stay alive in this game. And I can play it as well, to a reasonable standard, I guess. Anyway, so, what is Battle Brothers? Top-down, turn-based combat. And a real-time, but with the ability to pause and speed up and go at normal speed, strategy layer. So, turn-based tactics and real-time-ish strategy layer. I usually like my games like this the other way around, but you know me, I'm a stickler or a something-a-la for a game where I can name all of you lot into the game and get you killed in various and hilarious ways. So we'll go for a new campaign. I've done the rebuild a company tutorial a couple of times. We'll go for a new company. After years of bloodying your sword for meager pay, you've served enough crowns to start your very own mercenary company. With you are 3 experienced mercenaries with who you fought side by side in the Shield War before. Now, I don't know about you, there's some very fancy banners. Some very nice and fancy banners in this game. But there can be only one banner for the name I have in mind. That's right. Tits Out Mermaid Company. And that's why. Because now I don't know if there's a hyphen between Tits Out Mermaid Company. I mean, you kind of sing it as a little singy song, don't you? If there is a hyphen in there somewhere, I'm sure we'll sort it out later on. So, Tits Out Mermaid Company has now been born. We were going to go with Death's Head Tits Out Mermaid Company, but we have to pay by the letter when we get that embroidered on the t-shirts. So we've just shortened it out to Tits Out Mermaid Company. Now, and yes, these could be pectorals from a bloke, but I don't know, they're leaning. They've definitely got an edginess to them. So we're going to go for a random late game crisis. I'm going to keep it on nice and easy to try and keep you lot alive. Nice and easy combat difficulty to try and keep you lot alive. High funds to try and keep you lot alive. And yeah. So. No, I keep being told about, it's not just you talking to me about Gloomhaven. There's another friend of mine. So, no, we didn't even get there. Hello, Op. Yeah, Starbuck packs indeed. Yeah, VR portion never began, mate. You soak in the cool morning air as the sun slowly rises. So does a new chapter in your life begin. After years of bloodying your sword for meager pay, you've saved enough crowns to start your very own mercenary company. With you are Antron, Wildrich, and Rudolph, who will all be named differently later. I am their commander of the Tits Out Mermaid Company. As you travel the lands, you should hire new men. Things will happen. The men look to give you command. They live and die for the Tits Out Mermaid Company. And there'll be lots of this. Huzzah! So, the way the game works, we have a day-night cycle. This is the Tits Out Mermaid Company. Thankfully, our little avatar goes a long way to covering the modesty of the Tits Out Mermaid. but thankfully there are various screens that we can go to so that we can appreciate the full glory. I'm trying to think where it is now. I'm sure we'll find it later. Anyway, so what is this game? We have a nice big world to explore, which is completely randomly generated. So there's different cities. Those cities contain different things. There's different factions. Those I think there's always 3 factions within the game, and then there is also always a big grayed out area, and this is the wilderness. Basically, this is where we can go off adventuring as well as doing other jobs. What do we need to manage? We need to manage our company of troops. We need to manage our tools and supplies, our ammunition, our food, our medical supplies, and most importantly, the money. So, first things first, the way that I like to start these games is I like to look for a town that has a kennel, because you'll all be happy to know that doggos will be featuring quite largely within... They'll be solid members of the Tits Out Mermaid Company, because you know what they say about Tits Out Mermaid: you can't make a Tits Out Mermaid without breaking a few dogs. Or is it omelets and eggs? I always get those two confused. But anyway, so let's go travel on into town and see what we can see, shall we? So various buildings, all the towns are going to have various buildings within them. We've got a port for sailing from place to place for a price. Tavern, it allows me to get you lot drunk and also find out various bits of information. We have a marketplace for supplies and trading. We have the hire cluster, just a gaggle of people just waiting to be picked up. That, look, there's some of them there that you can see are loving the fact that they could be selected for Tits Out Mermaid Company, but we shall see. The barber is just for customizing the characters as well. For those of you who have male characters, and I'll try and make you look pretty, but we'll that's all the barber is for, is just customizing appearance. There is a mod that allows you to have battle sisters. I will get to that. I didn't plan on streaming this tonight. I was hoping to have everything ready, but there you go. And then we have the temple for healing things. First off, let's have a little look at our company. So now, if I remember rightly, when K2 was playing, she was a crossbow girl. You were a crossbow girl, right, K2? And Anton, that looks suspiciously like Yvonne. Good old spear and shield setup. And then who's my wild man with the double axe? The double-handed axe. Speak up or I'll just start picking. We've got our supplies, so we're ready to move. We need a job, and then I'll rename my bearded axeman. You can play Expo indeed. Corin the councilman folds his hands together. This might be a strange question. Yeah, you can be the double axe candle guy. Then Dog 2. Yeah, Dog 2 can be all the dogs. So basically, we've got various tasks that we can do. This one is a deliver a package. I won't go through all of this every time because it'll get probably a little bit boring. We always want to talk about the money. And at the start of the game, we don't really want to be negotiating prices for these things because we want to be garnishing goodwill with the various cities to increase our standings with them, gets us better prices, better jobs, yada, yada, yada. And then we can move on up from there. So we'll accept that, but we're not going to take the job. We're going to see what else is on offer as well. We don't want to be doing any fights yet, but we'll accept these offers and come back and have a look at them later on. This is what we want. Corey the Councilman's study is lit by a warm fire. He offers you a seat and a goblet of wine, both of which you take. Sellsword, you're familiar with how dangerous the roads are these days. By the gods, that is some good wine. You nod and try to hide your astonishment. Corey the Councilman smiles tersely and continues. Good. Then you'll understand that this task I have for you, I need a caravan. Tits Our Mermaid Company. We specialise in caravans. Early doors, anyway. Escorted along the roads to Torvastad, about a day from here. Pretty simple, right? Do you have time for it? Let's talk. If you do, let's talk money. 4 crowns per head that we kill along the way, and another 230 when we got the job done. We will accept that. We'll have a... Yeah, I think we can get moving. Right, so we have a job. Our job is get caravan from here to here, so not too far away. And because we're on a caravan, we don't have to do the movement, and we also get free provisions from this, so we don't actually need any provisions for now, so you can all fucking starve whilst I get us to where we're going. This is all the various kinds of rations. Lots of armor and weaponry. That's actually quite good, but I think we can possibly do without for now. Cool. I might grab that, actually. It's a lot of money. Right. Let's get some more people hired, shall we? Now, we want to be starting off with cheap people. You have people's backgrounds here. And we want to be looking... I know, right? Yeah, well, I mean, no, the wagon that we're riding, the rat wagon that we're protecting, that'll feed you lots of gruel, don't worry. So we want, I like apprentices. Apprentices have a bonus to experience gain. I could try him out, but I'm going to hire him anyway. So if we try him out, we'll get to see if he has any hidden traits. But when we hire, when we hire him, we'll get to see them anyway. So let's grab the apprentice and... I mean, we could get a peddler. What else have we got here? This is very expensive. What I want to be doing early doors is hiring cheap battle brothers. We'll take the peddler. And... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Ooh, he's very good. No, he's not very good. And not you, and a caravan hand. Cool. Right, that gives us a little company of men. We haven't got everything that we need for them yet. Let's just pop those that don't have the weaponry in the back row. Just having them on the field to get them some experience. We want to be leveling our people up. Let's see if... Now, we did have an opportunity to grab this. Now, what I'm thinking, though... How much we got left? Grab that. We'll grab a shield for whoever's having that. And then we'll keep hold of what little money we have so that you guys might actually stand a chance of getting some pay. And my thoughts are we do something like that. And because these guys up front are going to be our better guys. And then there you go there. Right. Olaf the merchant is now... Opsar the merchant. Kato in the back with a crossbow. I need 2. I need 3 more names. Who have we got? I'll just start putting you in. Right, cool. That looks like a Doc 2 to me. And that looks like... Who else have we had? Beavis. That looks like a Beavis to me. There we go, because I'm sure you'll all go absolutely bananas if I get the spelling wrong. Right, so our front lineup consists of Beavis, Von, and Doc 2. We've got Op the Merchant in the back. He's no merchant. He's no merchant. He's a peddler, but he ain't no merchant. And K2, and who else have we got? Well, I got Space. If you're not named... If you're not named and you're watching, shout out. I will happily put anybody in the team that wants to be. Cool. Peddler finds swears indeed. So, simply enough, we'll advance time and off we go. The maiden trading caravan voyage of the Tits Out Mermaid Company begins. So, we have some caravan hands with us. Oh, Ken. See, this is the thing. Oh, yeah, no, I'll get Vega in. I'll get Vega and the Knight in as well. Oh, well, actually, to be fair, Knight. That I'll get Doc and Vega in. No, I won't. Okay, so Vega and Ken, remind me you're next. Cool. Right, Knight's going in bare-fisted at the moment. To be fair, he is a brawler. So, yeah. Cool, right. Let's go. So there is a day-night cycle in this. I'm going to try and make us a little bit of a staunch line of spears with some archery going on in the back. That's the most success I've had with this game in the beginning. During camp, it falls to you, the commander, to see the company's success not just on the battlefield, but also in fame and riches. And so you spend the evening pondering about the bigger plan for the Tits Out Mermaid Company in your tent, whilst the men talk and laugh around the fire. You're never going to become a legend simply by chasing brigands and doing small-time contracts. What do you proclaim to the men the company will set out to do? Now, I would suggest this one we want to be looking at later. This aligns with what we're doing. We need allies. Forging bonds and friendships with towns will just get us better at everything. So we'll go with that because we're doing that. You'll see these little footprints here. These are most likely other trades and other trade routes and partners. So if anybody has ever played Bannerlord before, you should have a pretty good idea of what's going on here. It's kind of Bannerlord top down, and then but the tactics level, the blood and guts of it is turn based as opposed to how Bannerlord is. And I always liked Bannerlord. I always like both elements of Bannerlord, and I like both elements of this. So wagon comes into town, we get paid, and Tovastad is now well supplied, which means that they can potentially have some really good gear if they had decent shops. They do not. Now, we do unfortunately need to pick up some food, and food is bloody expensive here. So that's not ideal, but that'll have to do for now. We need another contract. What have we got? Robbers. Let's talk money. I'll accept, but we want to be doing more caravans to begin with whilst we level up a little bit. Need time to think about this one. Have we got any other towns close by? We do. We do. So the bigger the town, the higher standings you have to deal with them, and that's like a proper fortress, so you need to have a working relationship with the factions that are in the game. The towns individually have them as well. We probably want to be heading back to Wissenstad and seeing if they've got more work for us to try and raise that, but let's travel. And as you can see, things are happening within the world at all times. It's all like a dynamic economy going on. Wagons are going here, there, and everywhere. We do need to make the town before nightfall, otherwise we can't shop. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, just. Armourers. I mean, we can take a look. Look at all the juicy kit that we'll never be able to afford. And I mean one day. And it's always worth taking a look at the trade wares as well, just in case we can pick some of this up. We will get into a scrap soon. I just want to try and make sure we're in some sort of shape for it when we do. Let's see if we can get another... find a relic. Okay, maybe. I'll take it under advisement. Aha, this is what we want. Where is it going? Southwest, maybe a day or so from here. How many crowns are we talking about? Oh, that's going to be very close. Pay up to 30 heads. Okay. We'll take that one. And again, we don't need... How long's left? So food does spoil as well. This is why I'm making a point of kind of selling it whilst we're on the road. But this one will hold for a while, so we'll keep hold of those loaves. I think we've got enough people for now. And let's head on out. Now, hopefully we don't get attacked at night if we are going to get attacked. Hopefully we can get these maiden voyages of the Tits Out Mermaid Company out of the way. Get ourselves a little bit of coin. So you'll also see that there are other standing armies, and there are also various other caravans and mercenary companies out about the world as well. We can't make out who's attacking us this time. We have to defend ourselves. Engage. Form up, Tits Out Mermaid Company! Brigands, by the looks of things. Cool, so, donkeys, caravan hands, us. There are non-perishables in this one as far as food is concerned. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to let them advance on us. So we're going to pass turn, or wait, rather. This is the turn order down the bottom. We'll let these guys move in. I've sped things up so that this is reasonably quick. And yeah, we'll just pass turn, let them move up a little bit before I decide what we're going to do. Now, one of the things I do really love in this game is a good old spear wall. There's nothing quite like a spear wall. The problem is human enemies won't just walk into a spear wall a lot of the times, but we can make it so that they don't have much of a choice. If I pop you there, Doc. Spears out. And... ooh. Actually, I pop you there. Oh, look, they're going round. How clever. Stupid AI going round my spear wall. Cool, right. Opening shot, K2. Here's hoping she doesn't miss. She's missed. Right, that's the end of your turn, K2. Good effort. There's a bolt somewhere in the trees there. If we could get that back at the end, that would be great. Now, we can bottleneck this, and then we're just going to have to fight these guys. So let's step back here a little bit with Lord Beavers. We'll bring up in support with his little axe. And if I... Now, part of the reason why I've moved back a little bit is I want the caravan guards to get involved in this fight a little bit. Just to try and survive without losing anybody. Let's see. We want to keep people in front of K2 because she's got the crossbow. Now, if you would like to walk into my spears, I am not going to stop you. Pass turn. Okay, well, this helps because they're now going to walk all the way around to come and engage us, so we can try and get involved up the top here, and it'll also bring these caravan guard down the bottom. So let's pretend that that was all part of the plan. Right, go on, K2, have another go. There we go. You pierced his side. Well done. Reload, do it again. There are some fucking nasty injuries in this game, not just for them, but for us as well. Cool. Let's move Doc up. set those there because he's going to have to come off of this high ground. So hopefully he'll go through our spears. If not, he'll have to go all the way around. You'll see little white flags start to appear on enemies. That's them failing morale checks. If they fail enough of them, they are then fleeing, and then we can cut them down. If I move away from here, these guys will stop coming round. Let's just have a quick check on. So this highlights to me, I know you can't see it very well, but this highlights to me where the impassable terrain is, and setting up choke points and bottlenecking is obviously quite a good strategy, especially if you have a spear wall. But a spear wall is, I believe it's all things around you. So let's see if we can get something going here. Do I want to risk? And the combat in this game is fucking brutal, absolutely brutal. No, I've already passed turn. Oh, I've already moved. Okay, we will time to do a little bit of riposting. Beavers will let them move in on us a little bit more. Hopefully the caravan hands are going to launch themselves into action. They don't often. And that's basically what the effects of a spear wall. If they move into the spear wall area, they'll get stabbed. And if successfully hit, the spear wall maintains and the person gets pushed back. Very good strategy. Or at least I like it anyway. Now, let's try. Okay, Knight, time to show us what those fists can do in just a moment. We're going to surround this guy so that we get to hit bonuses. K2, have another shot. No, no, no. Ooh, no, okay. Move up here and shoot this one. So you can see early doors where this is going, hopefully, or probably. Oh, good. One hit and Knight's almost dead, as is Op. Fuck. Hell. Hell's bells. There we go. Beavis has the first kill of the game. Now, we could try 88%. There's a good chance this will work. Excellent. So Von's come up and shield bashed that guy out of the way to try and help what's going on here. But yeah, not looking great, if I'm honest. If we will move to here and maintain that spear wall, try and force these guys to go and engage the caravan hands. Cool, right. Rock'em sock'em, Knight. I know you're suffering from a severe concussion, but I need you to box your way out of this situation. That was actually a pretty good hit. Solid hit. And then, Op, if you can take his head. Oh, he did as well! Excellent. This is why I'm in charge. I told him to do that. I told him to do that. So, yeah, bear in mind, these two are absolutely on death's door, so we're going to try and get Beavis to run in on interference. But, as we can see, this guy is white flagged, which means he's running. Now, it would be a better idea for us to go down and start attacking these guys, but there's others up here on the way, and I want to make sure these guys don't rally. And yeah, heads fucking roll in this game. Merchant of Death indeed. Merchant of Death indeed. Now, the particulars with ranged play in this, you can fire past one rank of ally in front of you, but if you go any more than that, you'll see that this little shield pops up on another person, which basically means that if I loose this now, there's probably as good a chance of killing Beavis with the bolt as there is the brigand, so we want to try and avoid that at the moment. Oh, but he could take a shot, couldn't he? I mean, 50-50, K2. It'll either fucking happen or it won't. It didn't happen. Reload! And I did say heads would roll today. That's part of the reason why I've picked out picked, or well, thankfully you guys picked out. I mean, heads would roll in Void War or this, either or. I can't move and attack with Op, and he's also suffering a little bit. Knight's on fucking death's door, so we need to get him out here. Hello, fourth wall. Let's move up to surround this guy. Well, I'll tell you what, fourth wall, it's not going VR. We've had to pop some Battle Brothers on because it hasn't worked out quite so nice tonight, thanks to MetaQuest Developer Hub. But so this is the only thing that I would say as well for anyone like, why is he doing this? It's nothing to do with Hellsplit, and it's everything to do. Ooh, not good, not good. Right, cool. In that case, Op, if you can cut his head off before he cuts your head off, that'd be great. We'll try and help. We will try. Very trying. Right, I'm going to keep this... Oh, I can't. He's run out of fucking stamina. Okay, let's move back one. And let's try and get these guys fucking working. Defend your caravan, you idiots. It's not just my job. Stupid caravan hands. Coming in here thinking they're all that. Oh, there we go. Another head rolls. Op with the cut down. So if an enemy tries to retreat, which they always will if they're white flagged, if they try and retreat away from you and you're standing next to them, we get free attacks, basically. Is that going to work? 32% chance. Probably not. And I'm not going to be able to move you out of there. So let's wait and see if we can move other people up to help. When's Von gonna move, and when does this guy go? I mean, Beavis is... it does say double grip, and Beavis is feeling pretty fucking confident right now. Get in there, son. So the other side of the retreating thing is confident. Confident gives you an attack percentage boost. Excellent. That hit cut this guy's leg muscle. Yeah, one swing, leg muscles removed. Well done, Beavis. Shame we haven't got a second swing, but there you go. Caravan hands getting some work done down here, which is good. They're finally in the fight now and surrounding. Yeah, we do need to shoot that guy pretty quick, but I'd also like to come up here and try and save young Op. That's not going to cut it. Right, come on, caravan hands. Get in there. Oh, he missed. That was good. That was good. Right, let's... Knight, go and hide in the trees and just go and fucking lick your wounds for now. Thank you very much. If I bring... Von... down the bottom here... That'll deny him getting to K2, and then Von and K2, our glorious little tag team, can work together to try and take this guy out, whilst we try and take this guy's head off. And Doc, stab this guy, stab him good. Excellent. Fucking ripped his ear, and now he's near death. Excellent work. Op, I do believe there's another head that needs taking. Damn it. Was worth a try. Excellent. Caravan hands moving into surround. Come on, Beavis. Come on, Beavis. Come on, Beavis. Yes! Good shot, sir. Oh! Oh! Do you not want any of this anymore? They're running away. They're running away. Right, let's get our wounded just off the front line for now. We do need to be making the kills here as well, and the reason being is that if we get the kills, we get the loot, and that is important. Right, we should... There we go. K2's first big kill, and it makes her confident also. Excellent. Nice couple of bolts to the chest there. He's already had one, and the second one's sprouting out there like a flower of death. Are you going to run? I think you're going to run. How many? Oh, he's the last guy. We could try and chase him down. I don't think we're going to be able to catch him, and it is risky. Let's see what we can do, though. Are the caravan hands going to get involved? No, they are not. Cool. On his heels, tits out, Mermaid Company. Let's try and run him down. He has got a spear. We could give that spear to somebody else. Beaver's sprinting down the back lanes of the trees, trying to cut that guy off. He will still fight as well, even though they've kind of... Yeah, I don't think we're gonna... No, we're not gonna... we're not gonna be able to catch him. I mean, K2 might be able to fire a bit of a parting shot in anger, but I doubt it. Let's see if Beavis can get there. We'll give it one try. Or has Beavis already moved this turn? He might have done. Chase him down, tits out, Mermaid Company. Oh, Beavis is one square away. If we can, like, basically be standing next to him, we can cut him down. But he'll just keep on moving too many squares away, I think. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're not going to be able to catch him. Okay, cool. It's over. Get the loot. So, we got some moldy old bread, bit of coin, some medical supplies, more ammunition, a gambeson, and some various weapons. Good work, Tits Out Mermaid Company. We have taken some wounds. They will heal. I mean, yeah, Knight's looking in a pretty bad way with that severe concussion. And Op managed to pick up a little bit of a cut on his arm there, but we should be fine. So we will heal whilst we're on travel. We haven't got too far to go. We just want to make sure that our wounds are recovered before we go and put ourselves into any more fights. And that's 5 heads, which means we get 3 crowns per head with this particular job, which is nice. Isn't great paying, but again, we're not so much about pay right now. We're all about crowns and reputation with the different villages. Now then, you are well supplied. We could go to Temple and treat Op and Knight for their severe concussions and cut arms. But hear me out, chap. That's going to cost us money. And I like to keep the money for the Tits Out Mermaid Company Early Death Fund. Now, I know there's the irony of, well, you could heal them so that you don't have to pay out on the early death thing. It's bureaucracy. That's what I say. So, we'll spend our money on something cooler. So we are all right for food. We could up. I mean, it'd be nice to put tis butter scratch. If we get that, we'll get the gambeson on Op for now. And let's instead of sending Knight in with his fists. What do you reckon, Knight? Are you a bludgeon kind of guy, or are you a pickaxe kind of guy, or are you another cutter? The problem with these is they do huge amounts of damage, but the chance of them hitting isn't amazing. And we've obviously got quite low level characters at the moment. So I'll give you the choice that I never had. Knight, you can be bludgeon, pickaxe. Oh, actually no, he might be paying attention to his lessons. I don't think we're gonna need another. Don't think. Good man. I haven't used the pickaxe actually. Let's have a look and see what it is. So we can batter people with it, or we can destroy armor. We don't want to be doing that in this game. If you, as you're attacking, as you go through the game, basically, as you're hitting opponents, you're damaging their armor and weaponry. If you can avoid doing that, and there are ways, there's a higher percentage chance of finding that loot when you win. So that is constantly a concern. Now, what we will do is we will pick up some medical supplies just to make sure that we've got enough to heal everybody on the move. And now we want to be looking for contracts that are deliveries and not fights. Deliver cargo. Perfect. Northeast by road. I accept this contract. Now, this one's a package. This means that I can hopefully dodge encounters. And by the time we get there... Oh, it's only up there. By the time we get there, most people will be reasonably fit and healthy. Reasonably. Now, we can turn to the life of banditry. There are DLCs and upgrades for this game that I think allow that to be done on a much deeper level run. Oh, man. Shit. Okay, so we've been ambushed from the forest. There's a lot of them, and we're in a little bit of a sorry state, although Ops still sporting a cut arm, and Knight still has a severe concussion. Now, again, these are just reasonably lightly armed and armoured guys. However, 7 of them, 6 of us. As much as it pains me to do this, I think we're going to have to order a little, it's like a tactical withdrawal from battle. Not fleeing, no. And note how good, disciplined, tits out mermaid company. We always face our enemies as we walk backwards. Oh god, that was close. Run, you fucking fools. Fly, you fools. Yeah, probably. Oh, we've had 2 lucky escapes there. Come on, Doc. Come on, Doc, get out of there, Doc. Come on, Doc. No. Yeah, they kind of do. Anyone getting a pulse from Doc? Fuck. Now, thankfully, there is something that we can do about that. I won't be making a point of doing this, but that was unfortunate. That was also... that was very unfortunate to lose somebody on the retreat. I don't like save scumming, but I do want to try and keep all of you lot alive. So let's try that again. And if everyone can run away in a kind of straight fucking line, that's better, Doc. Well done. Feel a little sick, boss. The one thing that I will say is, like, there's a lot of games. There's a lot of games that I would consider kind of like the Dark Souls of this. Yeah, you can very easily get killed, even when you've leveled up and got great armor, and you go up against the wrong opponent and they swarm you and head off. Very difficult to keep people alive. Right, I'll probably cut that bit out. Right, fucking run, you fools. I was pressing up here and it wouldn't get off the road. Let's have a quick look in here, see if there is anything for us. Ooh, named axe. Look at all this great weaponry that we can't afford. I haven't got a marker. Hang on. So one of the things I do like to do in the game is find something that has a fairly round price, so we can get an idea. So you'll see me basically have a shield sat here, and based on this price is whether I'll sell our things in that town. Sorry, Von, you can have your shield back. We'll find more shields. But yeah, we're not selling here. It's not particularly a holographic sight for your crossbow. I mean, we'll see what's in the next town, K2. You know, and if it costs more than a handful of gold, you will not be having it. But yeah, so as you'll probably see, this is your fairly standard affair kind of sandbox. Well, it is sandbox game, but it's always randomly generated. And there's a lot to do, and there's various levels and layers to it as well. So this will just be the start. We'll be doing several streams of this. There are snowstorms here, terrified villagers, but they are well supplied because we've just brought them the supplies. However, this is hideously expensive, so we can see how much we would buy a thing for against how much it's worth. So we ain't buying here, but in somewhere where everything's selling for a lot, that should mean... Oh yeah, they're also selling high, buying cheap. What a great idea for a town. Beavers, wrong person, there we go. That'll do. And have you got a mission that you would like? Secure the tomb. No, we're not going to fight in tombs. I don't think the Tits Out Mermaid Company are ready for a lot of things, but fighting the undead is not on the agenda just yet. Now let's we can go full on bandits and attack peasants and carts and piss off factions and all that good stuff. We will be doing a stream where we'll be doing that as well, because I've got a lot of time for this game, but it is definitely, this isn't going to be a one live stream and done runs. This will be multiple live streams, probably about 30 hours to a decent spanning campaign. Ooh, what's this? A hooded man gestures you to follow him. Nervously looking over his shoulder, he leads you to the back room of the local tavern. Before addressing you, he takes his time to peek out the windows, probably looking for anyone eavesdropping. A figurehead by the name of Igmar Donister wishes to see you. He's a man of some repute in town, so you understand my discretion. He slides paper toward you. There are directions written on it. Well, we are all ears. This one is a... kill the thing, kill the beasts. That's probably going to be beyond us either. We will accept that offer. We might... hey, look, there's a reason why I'm the commander and not one of the frontline troops. I was kind of hoping to be able to name my character, but the way that this company works, I would then end up talking as myself, which seems a bit weird. So, yeah, we'll stay away from that. Right. We need contracts. Let's go. That's, for instance, that's one of the standing armies of the various factions that are walking about. We are going to need some food. That is reasonably cheap. Hope you guys like grain. Whilst I'm chewing down the venison, you guys can have ground grain and bread. Yummy. How I know, right? How generous of me. How fucking generous of me. Yeah. So what I'm hoping to put together tonight is a line of bowmen, some spears, and then either some pike or billhookmen on the back lines. So that's a thing. Well, you're in the right company. It's one of our mottos, one of the mottos of the Tits Out Mermaid Company. One of the mottos. Wine? No. Too good for you lot. Too good for you lot. Right, let's get rid of... We don't need this. We don't need this. I don't think we're going to get particularly great. Hello, Anderson. Yeah, it's not hell split, but as you can probably imagine, we've had some problems. So we've changed it up a little bit. We do want to be buying some tools and supplies so we can keep on top of our armor. That's not a bad price, so we'll grab one of those. we do want to be trying to pick up a falcon at some point. They're good for spotting, basically. We'll grab one of those and somebody can use that later. I don't want to be getting any of these items at the moment. What's our reputation like here? We need to do more jobs. Anywhere nearby? Not really. Okay. Where can we sail to then? Where can we sail to, and is it going to be cheap? No, this is way too expensive right now. No, thank you. Right, cool. Let's go. We will. Oh yeah, we can have up to 20 in the company, and at the moment we have 6 out of 12 in our formation, so we can have 12 running around. I still have we got everyone named so far? We have. I will pick up some other people, but we need to start getting like a little bit of a surplus of kit, and we'll do that by getting into fights that we're not quite ready for yet. Although, having said that, with all that pouncing about, Knight's still suffering from a fucking severe concussion. Okay, I think we can probably... Let's have a look at this one. Let's, this one... No, the sailing is literally teleport from one town to another. Let's accept this one and see if we can track this one down. So now we have some footprints to follow. That will lead us to most likely a band of thieves, and those thieves will have something of somebody's, and we need to take it back. Thankfully, thieves are not a particularly high level. We don't want to be fighting at night because we've got ranged people, i.e. K2, and it will throw her aim. Ideally, I don't want to be fighting in the forest either. Yeah, okay, fine. We're going to have to fight in the forest. You catch a group of brigands lugging your employer's property around. They seem shocked that you have found them here and waste no time in trying to parley. They arm themselves and you order the Tits Out Mermaid Company to charge! What a glorious standard for the Tits Out Mermaid Company. Now, there are more of them than us, but we should be fine, and if we're not, we can always reload. So, we're going to wait and let them go first and try and close the distance a little bit. See if we can get some wicked shots off on that crossbow. Here's hoping. So you'll all have seen just how easily people can get absolutely reduced on this. Now, although Knight's actually quite healthy, that severe concussion basically means that giving him a pickaxe is the worst fucking idea. We should really disarm him. He might just fucking swing and hit somebody. Swing and a miss. Right, you hide at the back there for now, Knight. Right, K2. Let's open the account with a fucking awesome shot. I mean, what do you shoot there? Why would you shoot his shield? K2, why would you do that? Why didn't you shoot him? So, yeah, we missed our opportunity there. Right, let's step back one. Try and put a little bit of a spear wall up again. Because that worked out great last time. Problem is, we can't, like, hem them in as well here, because a lot of this terrain is quite open. So, yeah. Let's pass there. Spear wall. To here. If I move here, it might stop them taking the high ground. And that one there. And then that gives us some gaps as well. Risky. It's a bit risky. Pop you. Much prefer beavers to have a shield, but I don't want to buy them because we'll get them from fights. Or, well, we don't want to be spending too much money just yet. Thankfully, if you're not using a shield, you will get the double grip. So Beavis does hella damage, decent-ish damage. Let's put you on. I don't think they'll get past. Let's just wait a second, see what they do. Oh, they're just holding that. So so flummoxed are they by our spearing shield wall that they're just holding back, which is good because K2 can continue to pepper them with an assault from the crossbow. Now, the problem is we can't keep on setting up these spear walls all day. We will get fatigued by doing it. But it allows K2 to get some shots off and hopefully do some things. They may change their mind in a minute and decide that, yeah, they've had enough and they want blood. Let's see what they do. Oh, here they come. Well, Bond managed to keep one of them off that hill. Excellent work, Doc. Excellent work. Right. Time to break lines and get in there now. Risky. Risky, but we should be going first. Cool. Right. Oh, are you? Yeah, you're good. Off you go, Op. Round the flanks with the big axe. Doc playing keep away with the spear. It's what we love to see. Oh, actually, hang on. No, let's pop Knight there. As concussed as he is, he's still a body in the way of K2. Good work. Good work, Knight. Well done. Right then. Keep swinging, Beavis. Can we move anyone else in first? Where's the knife guy? There. Cool. Swing away, Beavis. Cut an artery. Good shooting. Or hitting. Oh. Excellent work, K2. Good stuff. Reload. Bond dodging out the way of all comers. Excellent work. Heads rolling? No. Keep at it. Keep at it up. We'll be there in a minute. Oh. Oh. Oh, God. It's happening again. Right, time to move in and even up the odds a little bit. Good stuff. We're taking that guy out. Now, him having the high ground on us is bad. We don't want to move out of an engagement, otherwise they'll get free hits. Ow! Ow! Good. Move through. Bring him down. Bring him down, Op. Yes! Good stuff, Op. Outstanding. Look at this guy trying the flank. Okay, well, I don't know what I was expecting. We'll move K2 up here to get a bit of protection. Good dodges, Beavis. Kind of good dodges, Von. I mean, I know you're severely concussed, but have a go. Okay, well, I was expecting that. Oh, God. oh, so not only is Knight dealing with a severe concussion, but he's also had his windpipe crushed. Yeah, I think he might be out this fight. We need to bring some of these guys down quick, sharp. Okay, Von's knackered. crap. Come on, Beavis. Oh, this guy's got some decent armor on as well. Thankfully, can't hit for shit. Have another go, K2. 62%, 50. Go on. No! That didn't look good. That didn't look good. Yeah, Knight's dead. I mean, bring a severely concussed guy to a fight. I didn't know what I was expecting, but yeah. Let's see how the rest of this fight goes. See if we can... He's running. That's good. I'm not going to be able to put a hit in, so probably going to be best off trying to kill him and move up. Von's been hit so hard her helmet's fallen off. And... Beavis, the star of the show with his short sword. I say star of the show. Pierced chest. Good. We can just avoid anybody else dying. It'll be all fine. Yeah, Beavis putting solid work in. How much... Doc hasn't got enough health really to be able to frontline this. Let's move him here a second and hope that we survive. Damn. Good. Go on up. Missed. Oh dear. 52. 57. No. Missed. Okay, Doc. Get in there, son. I mean, he's got the hit, but they're not retreating. They're not retreating! Okay, now he's retreating. Yes! Yes! I mean, I don't know. Looking at that picture, do we think Knight will make a recovery? I'm sorry, Knight, but yeah. Well, I mean, the whole team got leveled up. They put Knight out of his misery. I'm sure we'll find you another character in the future. Knight, he can be called Knight 2. There we go. Oh, we got a bunch of bucklers there as well. Lovely. Oh, there'll be plenty of them. So, the battle over, you retrieve the ceremonial staff. That was what we're there for. And we're going to head back and collect our pay. Lovely job. Now, we do have an obituary. So, you'll be able to see that Knight lasted a grand total of 5 days with the Tits Out Mermaid Company, participated in 3 battles, managed to get his windpipe crushed, took a severe concussion, and then was hammered to death by a brigand thug. You shall be remembered, Knight. Oh yes, you shall be remembered. Oh dear. Right. Let's head back to town, lick our wounds. We'll probably need to hire somebody else at this point. Our gratitude, sellsword. Well done. Just another day in the Tits Out Mermaid Company. Right, we need more. We need more fodder. I mean, people. Let's have a look. Now, we could spend some decent coin on getting someone good, but we can't afford that. That's quite cheap for militia, though. That exile, or is that... Oh, retired soldier. They'd be great. Could do with some retired soldiers. Right, cool. Let's... Was it that one? Where is he? Or was I looking at the wrong one? Oh, I was looking at the wrong price. No. Yes, I was definitely looking at the wrong... No, there he is. So, yeah. He's a pessimist, but he's got an iron jaw. Okay, that's fine. We can work with that. We can work with a pessimist. Who would like to be my pessimistic farm, my pessimistic ex-militiaman? Right, let's try and get some decent stuff on our frontliners first. Beavis, have a buckler. God knows you bloody need it. Right, so leveling up wise is going to be fairly straightforward. Oh, good. Craps rolls as well. More life, more stamina, and a little bit more defense. Not great. We'll go for fast adaptation. Oh, Ken. Of course, Ken. Ken, our militia background, he's a pessimist, but he has a jaw of iron. There we go, you're in, Ken. You can be a backliner for now. He's got his smashy maul. Give him a buckler as well. Oh, in fact, no, let's pop you on spear duty and I'll try and get you a decent spear, a decent shield at some point. Oh, let's put him at the front. You know, he's never fought in his... well, he was militia, so he has fought. Right, I'll sort out these level ups. This is a bit better. It's not great. Not great, but... So what I'm doing here is you basically level up and then you get a perk and you get a little bit of a stat boost. We want to put the defenses up. We want to put the attack up, and more health means less death, apparently. We're going to start with fast adaptation for everyone, which means that the more times you strike something with it, and it misses, the more chance you have of hitting it. So I think that's a very good perk to go for to begin with. The only other one is student, which basically means that we get more experience from battle quicker, which is nice to have, but we need to be getting hits here. The only person that won't be going for that is K2, because you don't get a lot of shots at the same opponent usually. You'll get one, and if it goes down hard, and if not, no worries. So you can become a student. Well done, K2. Learn away, and we can get your ability to hit up. A little bit defense isn't bad. You'd actually make quite a good javelin thrower, I think. Bit of stamina, bit of health. Okay. I'll sort out the perks in a minute. More melee attack and defense for Op, and more health. And seeing as you're going in there and just tanking hits will make Ops our colossus of the party for now. Right, how long are these injuries going to take to recover? Is it quick way for me to find that? 1, 2. Oh, well done, Doc. You managed to pick up a broken nose. I'm sure we can straighten that out. We need... Have we actually got a decent amount of gold? Not really. A lot of what we want we can pick up during fights anyway. We've just got to survive them. What's this one? Cool. I like that. Because we can dodge fights when we accept this one, usually. We like for provisions. So we've got wine, smoked ham, roots and berries, mushrooms. Grain! Get us grain! Alright, well, no, if you want grain, I'll get the grain. I mean, it is the cheap... No, we want grain! Okay, I'll get the grain. It's fine. Fucking hell, I was trying to treat you guys, but, you know. They want grain, feed them grain. I'd love to be able to get a shield so I can stop doing this. 18. So this is a good place to sell. We have got some tools and we can repair all of this whilst we're on march and then sell it for a better price, but at the moment we want to keep hold of our tools. We'll keep a spare buckler just in case somebody else needs one. Give on her precious shield back. There we go, there, and away we... I mean, we don't need to heal Doc 2's broken nose. It'll get better by itself, right? Somebody just... if we get somebody to just thump it back into shape, and the rest, as they say, will be history. Cool. Where are we going? God, that's a ways away. Right, let's go. An ambition fulfilled. Deciding that Wishenstad is a good place. Wishenstad is a good place to invest your efforts. You decide to offer the protection of the company and take up any work suitable to your talents. You act like gentlemen and gentle ladies in your dealings with the locals and encourage the men to mind their manners whilst in the settlement. There was, of course, some griping at first. Von was sorely disappointed to give up brawling with the farmers, especially with the Tits Out Mermaid Company spending so much time in Wissenstein. But you convince the men that having a friendly base of operations is important in your line of work, as it is meant to getting better prices on the market and more people willing to join your motley but amazing band of only one casualty so far. It's also much less tiring not having to dodge the militia all the time. You even enlisted the men to do some small tasks in exchange for nothing but goodwill. I found that little brat who wandered off and dragged him right home, Beavis brags, quickly outvived by Ken Ross. I went to the market for the old spinster, split her firewood for the winter, and even put out her washing, but I draw the line at rescuing treed cats. It is a line that must be drawn, Ken. You are not wrong. You are not wrong. We'll send maybe Beavis up the trees. So that basically just gets us some extra renown, which will increase the level of jobs that we can get, and it can bring everybody's spirits up, which gives us a better chance of starting in good shape when we go into combat. You've seen that confidence stat that we can get through doing kills. If everyone is in good spirits, there's a chance that you'll get that at the start of the fight as well. So let's just, let's stay away from the brigands this time. Yes, stay very far away from the brigands. To be fair, they're running. So, you know, they don't want any of it. They do not want any of it. We'll make some house calls on the way around here as well. I am still looking for a kennel. We are also not spending any money on anything. Now, I know what you're thinking, like, oh yeah, armor, that'd be a great shout. That is actually quite cheap, though. We'll grab that. Von seems to be putting a lot of the graft in as a frontliner, so you can have some padded leather. Full-bodied black padded leather for Von. Kinky! And off we go. Really need some extra shields at some point. In fact, is there any cheap ones? No. It's a weaponsmith. They don't do shields. They're not offensive weapons. We're going to have to go all the way up and round. There. No, we're not. Cool. Now let's just everybody not get attacked. Try and not have it on too much speed. Very fashionable indeed. We can't attack anything whilst we're on mission either, so we couldn't like take on, but we're going to try and avoid. These are the little things that pop up, unknown garrisons, usually or can be quite tough fights. We need to avoid those like the fucking plague at the moment. Do we make a detour? Yeah, let's go and have a quick look in Wormerburger, because I am looking for somewhere with kennels, and then we just need some money so that we can get some dogs together. During camp, a fresh cool breeze is blowing today, and you feel like it's a good time for the Tits Out Mermaid Company to start something new. You call the men to gather round. What do you tell them? I think we need a battle standard. What else have we got? Get the company doors and men. That'll come in, and that one will be as well. But for now, we need a battle standard. Yeah, kind of. Ooh, kennel. Doggos. We can only get one. Only get one, though. Right, we need to come back here. But one doggo is one doggo. And I know we'll do is we'll get Op in charge of the doggo for now, because I want my front line using their action points for chopping up as opposed to unleashing the dogs. We're also at this point building up as well. Have I got enough money to pay you people? Well, getting a bit short. Okay, more jobs. Let's take a little detour. Going through rough terrain does have an effect on our provisions, but I think the shortcut is worth it. It's also dangerous to be up in their hills, but as long as we're not moving too fast, I should be able to dodge what cometh our way. Ooh. Here we go. Whilst marching down the road, you find a man with a broken cart by the side of the path. By the wagon, there is a donkey standing idle, and as defeated as a donkey can look. The trader looks a little better than that, and your appearance seems to have scared him. He rears up, backing away momentarily. Have you come to take my things? If so, you needn't kill me. Take what you want. What kind of company are? Tits Out Mermaid Company, I hear you cry. I think we are, for this play, we're going to be a good company, and we'll help him get his cart on the road again. You disarm the man from his fears and order a few of the Tits Out Mermaid Company's finest to get the wagon back on the road. They make short work of it, the trader looking rather impressed by their efficiency. With his wares back on the wagon, he offers a few tokens of gratitude right off the wagon itself. These provisions will be useful in the days to come. See? We get rewarded for being a good guy. We would get rewarded a lot more for being a bad guy, but let's be a good guy. Hello, Chris. I'll see about getting you into the Tits Out Mermaid Company post haste. This is a rubbish town. Oh, they've got kennels though. Ooh, good town. Right, off we go. Let's get that delivered. Hopefully not get ambushed from the tree line. If we stay near these wagons as well when things attack us, we'll actually have the benefit of them helping us out in combat, which is a good way early doors. Bah, a sellsword through and through. Alright, get this man what he deserves. I've got us our money, chat. Cool. Does anybody... Oh, Doc's still recovering from that broken nose. Cool, we've got another package that needs delivering to Donnerstad. We'll accept that. And where's Donnerstad? Donna. We do have to start out. Oh, it's all the way back where we were, and we are kind of going that way. And there's a pretty clear path that way as well. Cool, off to Donnerstad then. It is going to be like this for a little while whilst we build up the company, because you've already seen how murderous the combat can be. So I want to at least try and arm and equip you guys with something better than raggedy shirts and shitty bucklers. That's not a bad price. Oh, that is the price for a shield. Fucking pains me. It pains me, it does, to buy you people kit. Right. Take off the Buckler of Justice. Attach the wooden shield of justice. Cool. Right, we have a reasonably well shielded front line now. I think we'll move Doc to the back and we'll do that for now. To be fair, how long's Doc got left? Whinging about his fucking broken nose. 1 to 3 days. To be fair, he's only... the broken nose doesn't actually hurt him that much, and he's fully healed. Nope, you're staying in the front line, broken nose or not, get in there, son. Right, let's put K2 there and Op on. Let's put him on Doc's flank to help out. Outstanding. Don't need this now, don't need this now. 4 more days. 7. Cool, let's go. Package deliveries. So yeah, Oregon Trail, but medieval, but also Amazon delivery. Amazon delivery service through and through. Where was the one with the kennels? It was Wörterberger. We do want to be trying to pick up better crossbows and bows at some point, but we have nowhere near the money to do any of that. always worth a look in the marketplace just in case you can pick up decent but cheap weapons. The specialists will give you the best, but you can sometimes get cheap, decent stuff here. I haven't got the money for hiring Chris yet, but we will. We will. Oh, we will. Is it better for us to travel? Yeah, it is. Hopefully, we make Wurmberg before nightfall. Tough old terrain. What we will do is we'll just set up camp on the outskirts, wait for dawn, because all the shops close at night. How inconsiderate. Get in there, and we will grab ourselves another war dog. And we'll pop that on Bon, because I know she likes a good war dog, and your war dog is called Hyde, the war dog, although don't get too attached, yeah? War dogs are definitely for me anyway, especially in the early game, are a absolute game changer. If we can get a few together, we can all of a sudden start taking out things a lot more difficult. By the time I've finished, the entirety of Tits Out Mermaid Company will have war dogs, padded, armoured war dogs, because they're very good. I won't chop it up. It'll be everyone else that'll try and chop it up, not me. So yeah. Every time we lose a dog, it's like losing gold. I hate it so much. Cool, there we go. Mission complete. And next mission. Another package. Yes. God, that must be just down the road. Well, we do need to be raising our reputation. This all goes towards lots of different things. So, and that one won't be far away. Do we need provisions? Grain! We want more grain! Alright, I'll get you some grain. Make sure we got enough. Cool. That was just down there, look. Lovely. Off we go. Off we go. Setting sail for another Amazon delivery from Tits Out Mermaid Company. Because that's what we do here. Get our asses kicked by thieves. I'm also checking for doggos on the market as well. They do come up from time to time. Ooh, that's very cheap. That's very cheap. Start equipping our front line with something a little bit better than a fucking t-shirt. There we go, Ken. Have a Gambeson. You're welcome. Katie, you can have your rags. You can stick with rags for now. K2 the rag girl with a crossbow. Okay, and off we go. So yeah, as I said, this game, the early doors of this game is basically building up your company so that you can do more with it. And that's going to mean delivery, fetching carries, and hopefully a lot of... oh, ruins. Hopefully a lot of trading caravan escort missions, because they're easy and we have reinforcements if we get into a scrap. Talk of the devil. It's real simple. Sellsword, I've been contracted to deliver some particular cargo to Eisenstein. I'm good, but I don't have the guards. That sounds like my cue to come in and tell you how much you're going to pay us. We'll accept it without negotiating, because I want to get this one's going to be a bit of a base for us, because we're already friendly with them. We want to become super friendly. Have we got enough money for another person? We could. Our last apprentice went down an absolute treat, didn't it? Yeah, okay, cool. Let's hire Chris. And you can just wait in the wings until I've got something to give you weaponry-wise. There you go. I can confirm as well that that is like 98% accurate of Chris and his boyish good looks, buck teeth, mohawk and big ears. Right. Time to... Oh, have we already got the contract? Yes, we have. Off we go. We could have sold all of our food then as well, but I forgot, so... Whilst along the road, your war dog suddenly scampers off and begins digging into the earth. You're not sure why, as you don't recall giving either one a bone. A few moments later, and they're fighting over what appears to be a thick tunic. You interrupt the tug of war, taking the goods for yourself. The hounds whine, but a few good pets settle them down. Good boy. Is that just rags? It pretty much is. Yeah. Ah, well. Free stuff, and we'll set that to be repaired. So, oh, actually, we could pop that on Chris, couldn't we? Get out of the rags and get into the rags. Cool. We can get those sold as well. Good. Good, good. Free rags. Now let's not get ambushed in the forest at night, please. Where are we heading? Oh, it's only over there. Good stuff. Good stuff. So yeah, again, this layer of the game, quite simple, you know. Press where you want to go, speed up time or pause it. We're going to be, as I said, get used to for at least a little while staring at trading caravans. That's kind of what we do. That's, you know, should have called it Tits Out Mermaid Company Delivery Service, but, you know. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. I don't know what that option actually is. I think that's sack. So there are some DLCs for this game that I'm very interested in picking up. I've approached the developers, so hopefully I'll get them for now and we can start playing through them. But a couple of things of note. We can play as a mercenary company that is in essence a cult. So that's on the table. We can play as a mercenary company that are raiders, so we can do a lot of raping and pillaging in any particular order that you like. And there's some other really cool starts that change how the game is played. Same fundamentals, but it's one of those things that changes how the game is played enough to make the playthroughs interesting. Kind of like Void War, I suppose, in that the different ships and the different crews, depending on the tactics you employ, play differently, which is always a good thing. Right, let's wait till morning and see if we can get anything job-wise from here. Which one's that one? Follow the tracks. Thieves. More thieves, most likely. We have got a couple of doggos now, but I'd like to get critical mass of doggos before we start employing them. So the reason why... Oh, that's quite cheap, actually. If you can ever buy goods for under their worth picking up. We can make some coin out of that. We'll come back here in a minute when we've done the task. Let's try this. And by beating up the thieves, hopefully we'll be able to get Chris some weaponry, because I'm a stingy prick when it comes to doling out the stuff. Thank you, Vaughn. And if the thieves are near a caravan when we attack them, we might be able to rope in some unexpected reinforcements. Any caravans coming? Ooh, peasants. We'll take them. Oh, no, they're running away. Fucking hell. Needs to be a caravan, really. Don't want to be waiting here too long because this is costing us food. But no, peasants don't want any of it. If something comes along, how many have they got? 7. We should be able to take that with a couple of doggos, I reckon. This is also giving Doc a chance to recover from his broken nose. Let's have a look up and down and see if there's any kind of... No, there's nothing coming along. To be fair, we might be a little bit too far. No. So this is something that you can do, that I found anyway, to get things up and running fast, is you can make use of things that are patrolling on the road to attack things that are close to the road. We want to be trying to get the kills, but letting things that don't matter to us soften the enemy up is always a good shout. Right, form line, tits out, Mermaid Company. Oh, actually, yeah, we are a man down, aren't we? Oh, well. Okay, well, there's your kit, Chris. Go and get it, you scruffy-looking bastard. Right. So, we want to pull back off of this hill. We want to get onto this hill. Will be the plan. So, Chris, if you can go and secure that hill by hiding in the bush, that would be great. And we'll move everybody back up onto here. See how that works out. And then we'll draw them in, get some spear shots on them, and then unleash the hounds. Back. Again, I'm being very cautious here because I don't want, believe it or not, I don't want any of you to die because it's going to cost me money to buy more of you. So if we can all not die, that would be fantastic. Right, Chris, go and take a piss behind that tree a second, mate. We'll call on your brawling services in a minute. We might even be able to get him to pick up something off of one of the fallen. So, yes, I am incredibly cheap in this game. Incredibly cheap. Disgustingly so. Oh! K2 with the shot! Is that a headshot? Yeah. Straight up nailed it. Cool. Yeah, see? This is what happens. This is what happens when you get too close. Reload! Can I move you back one as well? I can. I'll move you to there, babe. There we go. Good opening, solid opening salvo. 1, 2, 3, 4. They can't get within range yet, I don't think. Famous last words. Oh, they're probably going to try and go round. Let's go you there. Doggo's possibly ready in a minute. Let's pop Beavis to hold the back line, and then we'll have a staunch row of spears. They're probably just going to chase everyone around the tree, but we can but hope. Yeah, right. If I go... I don't think it'll tempt them, you know. Let's come down off of the hill here. Might be able to make use of that bush. Doc, hide in the bush. Shh, be quiet. Let's pop that there. Okay. You guys moving in along the road. This is good. And then we'll go that. Yep. See how this works out for us. Keep moving, Chris. Go there. We'll let them get in a little bit closer, and then it will be time to unleash the hounds. These guys have got much better armor on as well. Cool. Move. Right. K2, go and keep Chris company for a minute. Get these lot engaged, and then we'll unleash the hounds. That's right, I think. Pop that on there. Nice little spear wall going. And nice little... I don't even know if a hidden spear wall is a thing, because at the moment Doc's character is hidden in terrain and cannot be seen by opponents unless directly adjacent or attacking them first. But I think a spear wall... I don't know if that actually works. Possibly not. We'll see. If they walk into it, we'll know. Oh man, they're just walking past our spear wall. That does have value though, because what we can then start doing is trying to split their force, which is always part of the plan. Oh, K2 with the shot, pierced chest. We'll hold this line for now. Yep. Yep. Oh, it did work. Awesome. Excellent work, Doc. Doc hiding in a fucking... Doc hiding in a bush. It's effective. It's effective. That guy ain't gonna go back in time. It's fucking... Ow! What was that in that bush, bastard? Doesn't even know. Doesn't even know. Right, I think that potentially... might be the cue. Let's go. Good. I mean, not that solid, but, you know. Haha, it was me! Ooh, grazed his neck with the old spear. Good stuff. Shield, though. To keep these guys running. Camo shirt helped indeed. Go down the bottom and help out. No, let's... you know what? Fuck it. Release the dogs. Cool. Doggos out. That should help us surround them a little. Get the other doggo out in just a second. Hopefully we carve this guy up. Fucking Beavis man of the match at the moment. All the hits at 50%. What we like to see. This guy's bleeding. Doggo putting in work. I mean, to be fair though, K2's hit some great shots. Hit another? Nope. Missed the... Let's say you were going for this guy. Actually, K2, that can... Someone write that down somewhere. She was going for this guy, not that one. Definitely not. Definitely didn't have a 73% chance of hitting this guy and hit that one instead. Definitely didn't do that. Definitely, definitely. Right, keep on that hill. Yes. We'll send in a relief force in just a moment. Cool. Right, Chris. Hold that bit of the hill for a minute. With your fists, obviously. Cool. Op. Ooh, we can do both. Can we do both? That's 6 plus 3. So this is why dogs are so good. Not only do you launch them and they can, like, fly really far distances. Not fly, but they can move really far distances. One of the big things in this game is surrounding your opponents. Surrounding your opponents, i.e. more bodies around them, gives you an increased percentage chance to hit. So that's just another body, which then means that this axe will hit at a 40% chance as opposed to a 30. I mean, it's still missed, but, you know. These are... Oh, good. That... Okay, cool. Ops just had his windpipe crushed again. That's one down. Around. Excellent work, Beavis. And doggos also create a lot of buzz around them, like NPCs, well, not buzz, but enemies will often go after them instead of you, depending on how you use them, and you know, that Try to keep them away from you guys so that you can actually, you know, survive. No, you need to kill. Excellent work, Von. Ooh, they're almost broken. They're almost broken. Doggo's getting beaten up a little bit. That's Von's doggo as well. Get in there and use those fists of steel. No, missed, Chris. Missed. And you've ruined K2's shot now. Oh, go for that guy. You would hit him so well easy earlier. Get in there, doggo. I mean, it's a little bit of a hit at least. Need to make sure he doesn't attack Op, and we can't move Op out of the way yet. Cool, you're just going to have to do something else. Off you go, Beavis. And we go up there. And 79%, these could do to be at least good hits. You'll get 2. Excellent. Excellent. He's now fleeing, which means that Op is in no danger anymore. And you know what that means? Down with him! Oh, come on, Op. You were supposed to cut... He had one job. You just had to cut his head off. Now we'll get Op. Oh, we can't get Op out of there. But we should be okay at this point. Everyone's engaged. They can't move to where they want to unless they run the risk of taking hits. So I think we'll be good. And then you get in there and support hide the War Doggo. Good. And then hopefully nobody gets killed. Go Gadget King the War Dog. Well, you tried, Chris. You went in there, you literally punched the bit of earth below that guy was standing on, and, you know, everyone was happy. Because there was a lot of effort that went in with that. A lot of effort. Can I make that shot without hitting somebody? No. It's probably going to be too far away to do much, yeah. Cool, and now we simply surround... Oh, damn it. I thought that was close enough. It wasn't. Surround this guy, and he may flee because of each time he gets surrounded by one more person, he has to take a morale check. But we'll just use our healthy people for now. God loves a trier, even if that try did result in punching Earth. Excellent, and now he's in full flight also. He'll try and run, we'll cut him down. That's a nice bit of kit for us, and then we should be able to equip everything. And if the dogs make the kills as well, the XP gets spread about the party. I love doggos in this game. I really love doggos in this game. But you don't want to unleash them too early because they are a little bit of a glass cannon, depending on the enemy that you're going for. But against things like that, we're fine. Those who stole the demonic statuette are dead, and thankfully you will be able to find the item itself. Ernest of Essenstein will be most pleased with your work here. Let's collect our pay. Off we go. Well done, Tits Out Mermaid Company! Back home to the tavern for grain and potentially a thimble of water. Excellent. More money. More money for us. Right, what's the food situation? Oh, and these are now cheaper again. That's worth picking up both of those. A fan in this shop, indeed. Tell you what, I'll treat you all to some fresh grain. How is that about? Right, let's get everybody actually properly shielded as opposed to shitty bucklers. And Op, if you can, I don't know, I suppose you just put your hand down your mouth and uncross your windpipe. I'd imagine that's how it would work. So yeah, you spend time with your hand down your mouth, uncrossing your windpipe for the next 2 to 5 days, and we'll get on with it. Oh, better give Chris something as well so he can stop hammering stuff with his fists. How's about a shield and a reinforced wooden flail? Basically nunchucks, Chris. You can pretend they're nunchucks if you like. They're missing a piece, but nunchucks. Let's say nunchucks. And also, K2, you can have a little dagger as well for future plans. And also, Op, you're potentially going to become a knife man as well as your axe man ways. Good. Everybody's nice and comfy. Everybody's nice and comfy with the tits out. Right. Yeah, singular nunchuck. It's a shame that you couldn't dual wield them. Then I could say that you are Chris the Nunchaku. But no, not today. Any heater shields going? No, we want to be after heater shields. Unaffected by acidic limworm blood. Lovely. Right, so we want to find somewhere to go and sell our salt. I can't check prices, so we just have to be on the travels. Going to somewhere that is more friendly to us will probably result in more money. We also want to try and pick up more doggos. So we'll head for Wissenstatten, and we'll try and pick up some more doggos from here as well. So, I mean, considering that we've only lost one bro so far, I think we're doing pretty good. I mean, it's slow going, but it always is when you're starting up in these sort of games. The one thing that I will say, because Battle Brothers has been out for quite a long time as well, I've played lots of games similar to this, where it's a sandbox and you're, like, continually evolving within a world, and a lot of the time, those games, you get to a point quite quickly where it feels like it's just becoming a waste of time. The beauty that I found with Battle Brothers is obviously you get attached to your little squad as they're coming up, and all the little tricks and looting mechanics and things within this are really pleasing to me. But then the other thing as well is a lot of the tendency of these games have is they're difficult in the beginning and then just become too easy later on, and I just lose interest. There's a lot of games that are like that. This one at least keeps the challenge reasonably high if you know where to go, which is nice. More doggos, please. Yes, we're running out of money. That shouldn't be a problem, though. We can sell the salt here, and we can make ourselves... see, this is why I'm in command. Look, that's just straight up 72 coin profit right there. We could hold on to them, but we're getting a little bit low on funds. So we will ditch the salt here. We are going to need more ammunition at some point. We always want more tools. Excuse me. After Doc's broken nose incident, we are doing our medical supplies, all the bandages that he's been stuffing up his fucking nose. We're running low a little bit there, so let us pick up some tools so that we've got plenty for later on. Oh, there's a free little skull cap there for somebody who isn't wearing anything. Oh, you probably need an open leather cap on your head is better than nothing. Slightly. And let's get that doggo equipped. Dog 2, meet Dog 2. Yes, Kim, you can have a dog soon, but you're doing other work at the moment. Right, let's see if we can get a job. No, not here. Cool. Let's see if we can get a job here, then. Try and not die on the way. Take the roads, please. So yeah, I mean, to be fair, there's a lot more to this game. You've seen the kind of bare bones of it so far in the first couple of hours. It's not as action-packed a game as something like Void War, but there's just more of an evolving story to these games, I find. Here's one now. A figure appears on the horizon, blurred and shimmering in a heat haze. It appears to have paused. No doubt having seen you too. With little fear, you press the men onward and soon come across a man toting a few bags of this or that. He's sitting down on the ground and doesn't bother getting up when you're near. He explains he's been on the road for days and could use a good night's rest. Naturally, he asks if he can spend the night, spend that rest in the company of your men. I mean, we're a good company, aren't we? Tits Out Mermaid Company welcome all travellers. Join us at the campfire tonight. You sit about a fire, much talk is made about this and that, but the traveller does speak some words which reside within your mind. Ah, the Battle of Many Names. Aye, I took part. Vanguard, front and centre. No, I do not wish to talk about it. Yeah, okay, cool, fuck off, do one. Stop eating our food, we ain't got time for your war stories. Get out of here. Let's have a quick look in here, see if we can pick up a job. Find a job. Fighting. And it's we'll get a decent amount of crowns for it as well, which means it could be a tougher fight than what we're ready for. We have got more doggos though, so we might come back for that in a moment. What's the supply like here? Cool, we're good on food. Well, yeah. Not wrong. Not wrong. Who wouldn't want to spend a night in the glorious presence of the Tits Out Mermaid Company? Yes, we don't need these things anymore. And that's not bad. It's not a great price, but it's not a bad price. Just look at it. I will try and execute, get up to an executioner's axe. So, didn't want to be buying this, but these are all the little incremental upgrades that will just keep our guys surviving longer. Do like padded leather, I think it's good. Armor stats are there, and then the fatigue is, you have a fatigue meter that's building up as you're performing actions. When that gets to the end, you then can't perform any actions until you have a rest. So, and with a lot of our spear wall techniques, that is something to pay attention to. Keeping our fatigue and managing our fatigue and armor is a thing. I didn't check there for jobs. I don't think we can have any in that kind of walled town anyway. But yeah, just when say there's a decent footprints. Where do they go? And whose are they? Oh, brigands! Brigands! Too many brigands! Oh, you can come take us if you want a caravan. No, okay. God, there was 10 of the bastards then. No thanks. So yeah, this is again the starting of this game. You always have to be a little bit skittish and choose your engagements. So we've done I mean, it depends on who you ask. I think we've done a reasonably good job so far. I mean, don't ask Knight, obviously. But, yeah. Rabban the Guildmaster. Wittenfell. How much? 920? That's good money. Wittenfell's where we just came from, isn't it? Oh, no, Wittenfell's all the way down there. We could cross-country and shave a huge amount of time off of that instead of going all the way around via the roads. Sounds like a good idea to me. Are there any ports nearby? No. No. There is one down there, but that's way too far away. So, cool. Let's stock up on tasty, tasty treats for the road. That's right. More grain. Oh man, this grain's expensive. Cool. More grain. 6 days worth of travelling. That'll get us there. Easy enough. What was the other contract? It's a 3 skull, so it's probably going to be a lot of crowns. A lot of the tracks. Yeah, we'll come back for that one as well. Cool. Off we go. Cross country it is. Now, we'll most likely have to dodge some fights here, but there might be some things that we can take along the way. We do want to avoid swampland like the plague, because you guys can get sick from it. So, you know, it's not that I mind you being sick, but the Oh god, brigands. No, run. No, no, no. I don't want any of that. Thank you very much. Aha. Give them the slip in the forests. To be fair, it would have been a reasonably even match, that, but even matches usually result in casualties, and we're still on the hunt, on the road for more doggos. I didn't even take the fucking mission. Right, cool. New plan. Fuck hell. New plan. We'll take a mission here. Nope. Ah, didn't take the mission. Right, back. Back. Careful, there's brigands in this here forest. Everyone was wondering why they put me in charge. Well, you'd be right for wondering. Oh yeah, let's go deliver a package. Who picked up the package? I thought you did. Did anyone even speak to the guy? Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. What was that? Right, let's try that again. Accept the contract, because that's what you do when you want to get paid. We're probably going to need some more food now. Man, this grain's so expensive. Oh, we can... Yeah, we're going to have to. We don't need that, and that allows us to buy a little grain, which then means we've got enough. We should have enough money and make it to payday before you guys start demanding. Hopefully. We have until afternoon tomorrow until the coffers are bled dry, but our destination's only down there. Nazachakas, I think they're called. We don't want any of that. We don't want any of you either. Thank you very much. Just run. Just run. They'll usually give up the chase when we get quite close to town. There we go. Nice extra little few coinage. Hunt down the terrors. Not just yet. They've got kennels at Steinberg. Okay, off we go. Now, if those brigands want to keep following us and they come near this, we'll take them. Well, there. I mean, apparently I have to do both, Doc. So terrible, absolutely terrible. I agree. Oh God, no! Leave me alone. We probably could take them. I just don't want to run the risk, and we'll about turn on them. We'll about turn on them the moment that there's a caravan or a wagon nearby that can help us out. I mean, peasants will work. There we go, we've got the peasants with us for this little engagement. Right then, send the peasants in. It just gives us a few more bodies to work with, so it's a bit of a choke point there. Right, we have not got a lot to work with here, so we'll take this area, I think, and gather up. Let's wait for them to move on in. Uh-oh. I will... You guys should be able to hear the sound effects okay on this one, I'd imagine. Very cool noises when decapitations. You guys can hear the music in the bits and pieces in the background, I assume. Should be okay. Right, everybody wait. Let them move in. hold that, really. Move up here and let them come to us piecemeal. Actually, we go... No, you can't maintain the... Well, it might get us there. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a spear wall going. Is it? Okay. Put it up a touch. And I've also do that as well. That might be a little bit better of a balance. But yeah, very, very cool in this. I reckon we can release the doggos on these guys. They're not armoured on the head. No, we'll wait a second. Let them move in a little bit more, then we'll unleash the hounds. We've got a bit of a spear wall set up over here. Move everyone else up top here. Peasants with their cleavers, they can go and just basically cause a bit of distraction. For all I bloody care. Go on, K2. Another solid miss. Run! Run, woman! Get Chris on the front line now that he's using more than just his fucking fists. Cool. And the ever watchful Beavis. You on the flank. Cool. And Op the head taker at the back here, ready to unleash Doggo. And then, yeah, peasants are kind of doing a little something for us. And if we go that there, okay. Have another go. Have another go, Kim. Yeah, that's the stuff. God, she doesn't aim for headshots, does she? What a fucking vicious woman. Always piercing every man's side. Disgusting. Disgusting behaviour. Oh, where's he going? Saw one break for the woods then. Okay, we'll wait. Cool. Thanks, Doc. Yeah, again, like as always, do fucking yip up the moment that it's out or a little off for you. Because I do like to try and get these things about right. I know it's different for everyone, but if we can appease everybody, then happy days. Wait a second, Chris. Wait a second. Oh, peasants can deal with... No, deal with this nonsense, not this nonsense. I got these guys. Let's keep the spear wall down here a second. Just to and see what these guys do. They might move into this, but they might not be he might not be particularly happy with a fucking bolt sticking out of his side of his torso, so... Oh, we can take that hill. Ooh, didn't see you. Cheeky. Oh, he tried. Oh, didn't like it. Didn't like it. Oh, and he's got himself killed. Good work, Von. And that's the power of the spear wall. They keep moving in, and if we successfully land a hit, they get knocked back. And they'll keep trying, because once you get a miss, they're in. But you can get a lot of free hits that way. And, well, there's the sexy results. Brigand Thug was slain here by our very own Von. She didn't even need to use a doggo. So there you go. Let's let that pass. And that... Move up a little bit. See if... Well, that was a solid miss. Well done, Kim. God, maybe I should change it to a bow. Don't want to be moving in... I mean... These guys aren't too dangerous. That one I'm not keen on. We've all seen what those fucking axes can do in the right hands. Well, in Ops hands, anyway. We can afford to move up one and wait. I'll unleash Doggo hell in just a moment. Beavis, get over there. Help out the peasant tree. Ah, I haven't got the action points for it, bastard. Doc defending his hill. Excellent work. Yeah, I'll probably... I prefer bows in this game myself, so... Can we get him finished off? Like that. A good stab, resulting in a pierced arm muscle. Outstanding. Actually get past it. You can, why don't you? Oh, never mind. Look, your mate's going to get stabbed by Dog. That's just what's going to happen. And then unleash the Doggo from the bush. Good. And that'll get a couple of free attacks. Didn't hit, but never mind. Good. Get over here and help out here. Good. Good hit, Ken. Solid hit in your straw stupid fucking hat. Now, this is what these flails are made for, is shield combat. Because they can hit around them. Like that. Chris, first strike of the game with the flail, resulting in a broken nose. Excellent work. Broken nose. He'll be feeling that in the morning. Well, that's what happens when you leave peasants lying around. Fucking hell. I mean, peasants haven't got much hit points, but this guy obviously knows what he's doing. Is there a little handy around with an axe? Let's try and pepper him with things that are not us and maybe doggos. Cool. That's where I wanted you to move. Excellent. Excellent. Dog savaged his arm. Outstanding. Doggo gets a kill. Power of doggos, people. They're so good. Natural musk. Beavis sword cleaving away at the ribs of this brigand thug. And let's see if we can get K2 to sneak a crossbow shot in, delivering the coup de grace to the threat on the field. Excellent work. Let's get a... Oh, we might as well move in. And that guy's in full flight now. Excellent stabby stab, Von. Von's living by her own words, sticking with the pointy end. Von 2025. Good. Let the dogs do a bit more work. Yep. Hit. Getting ourselves a bit bottlenecked up here now. This guy's in flight though, so we don't need to worry about him. It's just these two. This guy wants to run also, so as long as we stay near him, we'll get the kill. I'm not going all the way around. Oh, sneaky move, Doc. Sneaky move. Fucking hell. Let's not get on the wrong side of that peasant, Jesus. Now I just need to chop this one out of the way. The peasants are fucking getting stacked up. Can't get past them. Dogs will worry away at shields as well and eventually bring them down. It takes a while, but they are capable of doing it. Chris the Nosebreaker. I ain't got the action points for it. Ain't got the action points for it, they said. Oh, the mere presence of Beavis's bloodied blade have caused this guy to go into full trousers down and retreat mode. Have a slice. Have a slice. rest. Okay. Kim loads up another bolt. I mean, to be fair, she did a great job on that last guy. It's worth hitting him because that's such a low chance. We might get him to retreat based on him getting killed or going down. Bring the axeman round. Peasant wants more of it. What's that? More doggos, you say? And this is the other great thing with doggos, is you can deploy them kind of like there, and then when you end your turn, it's their turn, and then he'll go, fucking there, and he's straight in for the attack. And now, you'll see that we've got a nice, even for a level 1 character, our humble own Kenros has got a pretty decent chance to hit, because we are surrounding characters. And this is the strength of doggos. It's one way to play the game anyway. So, and there you go. And that doggo just got the final 2 kills. Level ups all round. Level ups all round. And we got a bit of gold. Ooh, dried fruits. You guys don't deserve dried fruits. We are selling. Don't anybody eat the dried fruits. All right, we're selling them when we get back into town. You've got your grain that you're asked for. Cool. That's all ours now. And we've got some decent caps as well, so we'll get those on. And we'll do some leveling up. So, the one thing that I will say about this game, the one, I suppose, little weakness I think it has is there's not a massive amount of options in the perks that you can get. I'd like to see more. Now, there are mods that do that, but my experience with mods in these kind of games is that they usually make the games cool, but too easy. And, yeah, I don't want to ruin the challenge. Where the fuck are we? There we go. And there you go. I mean, the peasants didn't look like they did much. But, yeah, they did enough. They did enough. Right, more doggos. More doggos is what we need. And we've got a decent amount of Kashinga now as well. You find an abandoned wagon amongst some tall reeds. Opsar checks it out and barks. It's broke as shit, but I think we can salvage parts of it. Good one, Op. Takes his axe to it. Good effort. Alright, let's run into town and see if we can grab some more doggos. And you can get very cheap versions of these doggos. I like to go for the ones that have, like, leather-studded jerkins, I suppose they are. Well, yeah, it just says it's a leather-studded coat. But I like to go for these. They are double the price, but their survivability goes up. And obviously, if they survive a battle, they just come back to you with full health. They're a really good unit. I stayed away from doggos for quite a long time in this game because I thought they were like one-shot items. You use them, they have their effect in battle, and then you don't get them back. But if you can keep them alive, it's a solid investment. If you can get a couple of battles worth out of one doggo, happy days. We haven't actually lost any doggos yet at this point either. But don't worry, chat, there's plenty of time. Right, let's get rid of all of this. We might even be able to get one more. You don't even have to feed them either. They're like, honestly, part of the reason why I've got all of you lot here is so that I can unleash the hounds. It really is. Right. Doc, you can have a doggo. Kim, you don't need one yet. You'll be last because you've got crossbow duty. Cool. Everyone's got a doggo except the person who's probably the biggest doggo person. Sorry, Kim. You'll get one eventually. You can have one next. Let's get these leather caps on. Kim, you can cover up your modesty with a do-rag. There you go. Lovely. Lovely. And Chris, I mean, you might as well have a straw hat. It just adds to that look of menace. Right, let's get these level ups done. So we want to be increasing. So this is attack, range, melee attack, ranged defense. Sorry, melee defense, ranged defense. Initiative, which affects turn order. Resolve, which affects whether you're going to fucking run away or not. Maximum fatigue. I've talked about fatigue a little bit, and then health, just keeping them alive. The stars mean the chance of you getting a high roll on these. So, but we want that always for a fighter. We want melee defense, and fatigue is always an ever-growing issue. And then we can get another perk as well. One of the perk that I usually like to go for next at the early doors is Gifted, and the reason being is it just basically we forego getting a perk, but we get another shot of 3 of these, so it's just more stats. Bit of a no-brainer if you ask me. And we'll do same again here for Beavis. The further you go into the game as well, the more interesting the perks become. There's a little width in what you can do with characters, not as much as I would like though. But, well, as you can see, there's various skills, then weapon specialities, and then some kind of specialist skills. I believe some of the DLCs open up more. I don't know. There's mods that add a lot more to the game, but I'll play the base game for now. The modding scene does look good on this game, I'll give it that much. And there's a lot to it, right? Same with Vaughn, we'll go Gifted. Because she's gifted, get that melee and that stamina up. And melee defense, stamina and health, good. Ken, you're fighting pretty well, bit of melee defense. And a bit of health to try and stop you dying quite as quickly. I think we can get away with going with Student with some of you newcomers. And that will start making K2 a little bit more accurate. More fatigue and initiative as well, I think. And then Chris, you're going to give me a rough time with stat increases like that. Have some resolve and just do better on your next level up, please. Yeah, Gifted, I guess. And then Gifted on the old Axeman as well. Good, good. Well, okay. Good, good. Good. Hey, the dog army is in full effect already. Fawn, don't you worry about that, girl. More melee, and then we might as well go. It's a bit rubbish, but yeah, the little stars next to a trait is the likelihood of getting. I think the maximum roll might be 6 or maybe 5, and you can get a roll between +1 and +5. Obviously, we want to say +5s, and the more stars someone has to them, but there's lots of little things that you can mod into this game to make some of those things less hidden. I kind of like how it is at the moment, but there will come a time where I might get bored of this and I want to have a look. We could get our last doggo. Hey, everyone's got a doggo under my watch for now. Cool. Doggo army indeed. And we don't even have to feed them. They're so great. Right. Sell the dried fruit. Buy some more grain. God, you guys are going to be fucking cornbread by the time I'm finished with it. Jesus Christ. Right. Where are we going? Probably want to be heading back over this way because we're getting up a good relationship with Western Staten. We're allied with them, which is the highest relation that you can get, which means we get good jobs and good pricing out of them. So yeah, I think I've convinced myself we're heading back that way. Ideally, we'll find a mission that'll take us back there via an escort. So let's go and have a look around at the close towns. Now we don't have as much to fear from on the road banditry and some of the other quests. Hello, Ian. How we doing? Ceremonial season A. Yeah, not quite what I was expecting to be playing tonight, but yeah. Follow the tracks, return the crystal skull. I think we might actually have that in our wheelhouse this time, chat. With all those doggos, anyway. Hopefully you'll get to see the strength of it. Right, follow the tracks. Hopefully it's nothing nasty. Bunch of thieves, that'd be great. So, I mean, I suppose it doesn't ruin it. We will get there eventually. There are various undead in the game for you to fight. There are various other mythical creatures as well. Lots of good stuff coming up. I don't want to fight them in the trees. I want to fight them in the clearing. There we go. And I'd like to fight them before night draws in. Brigands, just as your employer had thought. They look scared, presumably understanding that Ingolf the Guildmaster's well-paid wrath is about to descend upon them. To arms! Tits out, Mermaid Company! Form line! Right, and it's raining as well, but that doesn't really have an effect on us. Now, a lot of these guys are very low, poorly armed and poorly equipped, so I do believe we'll be seeing a full force doggo attack will be imminent. Now, unfortunately, you can't make as I've said before, the Tits Out Mermaid Company cannot be made without breaking a few doggos. So that's just what's going to happen. All right, let's wait and see where their moves take them, and then we'll unleash the hounds. We don't want to unleash them straight away, otherwise we won't be able to support them. That's one of the worst things I think you can do. This guy needs to die. Excellent work, Von. Pierced his arm muscle now. Oh, you're so generous with your bolts. So generous. Have a doggo. And we will start moving everyone about a little bit, sending in the doggos to get the work done. Doggos. And look, the other thing as well, note that little thing means that doggo is confident because he's a good boy. Stormtail the War Dog. Staletorm. Staletorm. That's not Staletorm. But confident, they get, I think it's a plus 10% increase to, or anything gets a plus 10% increase to melee and ranged. And I think there might be a defensive bonus in there somewhere as well. I don't know. So, yeah, more of that, please. And the kills that we're getting with the doggos are spread across the company, which is a good way to, you know, evenly level up everybody. So, we won't be relying on dogs forever, but I don't know, there's never a point where they're bad, I don't think. Genuinely don't. And it's little things like, you know, we can't get around far enough with our people because they can't move that far to get round these flanks in one maneuver. You know who can? Doggos can. Move, range far, range fast, and they're all right. And if we can get critical mass on them, and as we're putting numbers around them, it will cause them to rout and also give us bonuses to attack. Is what is not to love about a good boy. The only thing that we could look out for in the brothers that we're going for, or for our crew, is kennel hands. Kennel hands? Kennel hands. Yeah, kennel hands. Yeah, that is the word. It just sounded strange. Dogs have already ripped through one of them. And if we can get kennel hands as the trait for our brothers, it gives, I think it gives their doggos that they launch out a chance to start confident, which is just good. She's getting good with that crossbow, chat. That's another... Oh, a ripped ear. Okay, she's starting to get cocky now with the crossbow and going for headshots and ripping ears by mistake. Hold on, KT. Another head for Beavis. Oh, the other thing to note as well, because I can zoom. I usually play like that I know that it's very difficult to see what's going on. So if I forget to zoom in, do shout, because we do like to see the heads roll. So, alright, surrounded by doggos. Outstanding. On with the stabby stab. An injured shoulder. Good stuff. Keep moving round. As you can see, so flummoxed are these brigands by being surrounded by fucking more dogs than there are people. These three have all routed. One of them dying now, he'll probably rout as well. And then the other thing, even when doggos stop being useful in combat, the other thing they are great for is because they can cover huge distances very quickly and put attacks in, they are great for just running the enemy down. Camera critic duty indeed. This is as far as it goes in though. And there you go. Doggo. Look at this. I don't even have to press a button. They're just fucking chomping down necks, cutting arteries, biting off ears. Job's a good one. And then the other thing, when we have this scenario and everybody's running, I no longer need to fight. We can press this little end round button, and then that will just completely end the round for all of us, because we don't need to worry ourselves with this. They'll try and move, which is why the doggos get these free attacks. There's a leg bitten there. Excellent stuff. Run them down. And then, yeah, go on then. You can have one bolt. One chance, Kim. Don't hit the dogs. Excellent work. Had every faith in you, Kim. When did Von get injured? Oh, we'll hear by tomorrow. That doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. Cool. The battle is done and the crystal skull was easy to find amongst the course of the enemies. You should probably return it to the Ingolf the Guildmaster for your just reward. Let's collect our pay, shall we? Was it that one? Yes. Let's try and not get killed by anything on the way back. Getting a little short on the old monetary side of things as well. Gonna need to take a job. I mean, this is worth 300 crowns. That'll keep us going for a little while longer. There we go. Crowns well deserved. Oh, it was 250. Oh man, we'd already had an advance. Jesus. Right. We got some gear to sell though, and we 45. Yeah, pop that on. Hey, look at that. All leather, the leather caps in the front line. Perfect stuff. Whatever that cap is. Chris can look like a rugby player for a little bit now. Good. We'll also, because I said about doing it, we'll repair that shield. No, we'll repair that shield because it's almost repaired already. Might as well repair these and these. And these and these, because once repaired we'll get a better price for them, providing the amount of money that we spend on tools and supplies we keep low. So for instance, they're worth 200. If we can be picking up tools and supplies for less than 200, it's worth our money to repair things and then sell them. Having said that, this isn't a bad price for these things. I mean, it's not great, but let's save on the tools and supplies. We kind of need them at the moment. So let's get rid of all of that. We'll repair that shield, and that shield will stay there so that I can get an idea in town what a good sale price is. These are the kind of mods that I would use that allow you to find these things out that you can find out through really annoying ways and means, and like Googling and doing like stat checking on websites and stuff. There are mods that make all of these things a lot easier, and I'll see about grabbing them at some point in the future. Ooh, cloth rolls going a bit cheap. Cool, we've just sorted out money problems. Let's create more money problems by being cloth merchants for a little bit. Right, have you got another job for us? No, you haven't. We could do with a visit of a town and more jobs. But yeah, Doggo Army is now looking pretty good. We didn't lose any dogs in that last one, which is unexpected. So, excellent dog tactics, I'd say. I mean, I don't know. Shirts cost money. Thanks, Vaughn. Yeah, this one's probably... I mean, I can't go too long with the old streams at the moment, but... Any jobs? That's a 3 skull. I don't think we're ready for that. Ooh, it's a transport mission, though. Where are we going? 3,010. That's a lot of gold. I don't think we're ready for that, though. And 750 before we leave. Oh, man alive. That's good money. The thing is, there's every chance that we won't get attacked. Where's Grishin? That's a hell of a lot of money. That will make us. It's all the way down the bottom. Is it that much because it's that far away? Right, okay. What we're going to do is we're going to play it nice and safe. We're going to make our first saved game of the Tits Out Mermaid Company. Because up until this point, we've just been relying on auto-saves. So we'll save it there. We'll take this job and see if we get our asses handed to us. Normally, this is because it's so far away. And the beauty of this is our provisions are running low, but we don't need provisions when we're doing one of these. It's a 6-day trip as well, so we might as well sell this because we'll just end up, it'll just spoil by the time we get there. So, yeah, free gold. Let's try it, shall we? Cool. We all work for a Tits Out company. A Tits Out company. A Tits Out company. You get... Yeah, I'll get you a bow eventually. We haven't got the money for bows, K2. We just haven't. The one thing that I didn't like crossbows on this to begin with, but the one thing that I am appreciating is their rate of fire is lower, but they do more damage. Now, that's obviously a good thing or a bad thing in itself. They can really do that KO damage. But you also use a lot less ammunition because of that. You're getting more value out of your ammo. And seeing as we have to buy ammunition, you know, we are literally paying for every shot that K2 misses these days. So, but I tell you what, if we manage to complete this contract, seemed very generous. There's got to be something. All this running about the land has increased the stamina of the men. One runs in place, holding a finger to his neck. He remarks that his heart rate isn't even going up at all. Another brother remarks that the guy doesn't even know how to count. The running man pauses. Oh, that's right. Chris gains +1 maximum fatigue. Well done, Chris. Excellent work. K2 the prima donna. Yeah, right? Isn't it, though? Can we make it without being attacked? No, of course we fucking can't. A marksman and some brigand raiders. So this raiders are the next level up from thugs. So as you can see, they're a little bit better geared. We do outnumber them by a significant margin. They also have a nice crossbow as well, but same as K2's. The problem here is getting the caravan hands to come and attack can be quite difficult. And if they have range, might be almost impossible, but we'll see what we can do by taking steps back. This is where doggos will start to flounder. But we could unleash all the doggos, we'd probably lose them all, and they could do a lot of damage, but I want to release the doggos at a time where they'll pin the enemy down, and then we can start sniping at the sides. Or at least that's the way I find them effective to be used anyway. Let's get you to wait. But any of this, if we can down these guys, and some of this kit doesn't get destroyed. As you can see on there's a head armor stat. I can't point to what I'm trying to show you, but the first grade bit is their armor, the second grade bit is their the first grade bit is their helmet, the second grade bit is their armor. So this dude, for instance, that helmet is a good helmet. It's reasonably low fatigue cost and decent armor. If we can kill him by not attacking his helmet, or not damaging his helmet, there's a good chance that we'll find it in the salvage. This is what Chris specialises in with the flail, hitting people in the head and preserving their armour, like a good flailer does. What we're going to do is we're going to, as I said, we're going to try and bring the caravan hands into this battle somehow. Look at this guy taking a piss behind the fucking carts. Let's move everyone back a little, and we'll try and take these hills and try and get these brigand raiders to move on in. Get to there? Yes, I can, but I don't want to be. Let's go there. Yeah. Here. So basically, the way that I look at it is the caravan hands are basically like free doggos, and then we'll use ours once these doggos have softened them up. Everything's a doggo in this game at the moment for me. It's really, really good. Do we need a spear wall now? Possibly not. Now, there's where we want a spear wall. Good. Go on, Kim, have a shot. But these guys now as well are starting to bring kite shields, which are more effective against ranged attacks as well. Although this guy hasn't got a shield. But and again, if you have people stacked up behind other people, it makes, well, when you take the shot, it'll say armed with line of fire blocked. That doesn't mean that we can't hit them or even him by accident, but we're better off on the 40% chance on this dude. Hit the shield. Hey, look! The caravan hands! The caravan hands are moving! Cool. End turn, end turn. Come on, caravan hands. Get in there and defend your own honour. And then we'll go nice and wide with the rest of our people. And then if the caravan hands get involved, that's when we'll unleash doggo hell. Oh, they got javelins as well. That's the shot we're looking for. That one, K2. Fucking hell. Hell's bells. Right, if we set up a spear wall here, they shouldn't come here. They'll go here. That'll then bring the caravan hands into the fray, and then we can start wrapping around them and unleash doggo hell. If I do the same here, they'll more likely go after the caravan hands than I. As long as the donkeys don't die, we're fine. Donkeys don't... No donkey death. Caravan hands, it's fine. Have enough of them committed? I'd say yes. Unleash the doggos. And what I also find is that troops will attack the caravan hands over doggos, and doggos are a bit of a glass cannon, really. Why has Beavis not got a dog? Interesting. Getting there some. Good hit. Considering the armor, that was actually quite a good hit. Let's go here. Ah, oh, fuck, too far. Oh, there goes a caravan hand. They're pretty squishy. They are pretty squishy. Right, you haven't got a decent shot on anyone at the moment, so move here. So you have... Oh, you got a pretty decent shot on him. Yeah, go on. Good shot, K2. Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. Less of this chucking spears, boy. Right, let's unleash more doggos. Get them surrounded, which means we'll be able to hit them easier. I mean, do bear in mind as well, we are looking at very much a house of cards right now as well. This could... oh, his armor's down though, that's good. This can all fall apart quite quickly. As soon as the caravan hands go down, if we haven't got all of our doggos out and engaging, it could be bad times for us. Let's go there. Out. Good. Doggo gets in. Good. And he's now tying up the crossbow guy, which means we won't have bolts flying our way, which is nice. Good. And good. And doggo. Now, this is the one problem that we have, is by the enemy killing caravan hands, it gets them to that confident stage, which makes them have advantages, which is not ideal. But it'll be fine, he says. More dog. What does Tits Out Company do when they face problems? Just like what any good mercenary company does when they have problems. Throw doggos at the problem until it either goes away or stops barking. And again, they don't do a lot of damage or a lot in the hits side of things, but we are able to maneuver quite freely whilst doggos are tying them up and put ourselves into reasonably advantageous positions. I mean, they're doing work. I don't know who King the War Dogs was. You'll have to remember your own doggo names. Outstanding. Let's get K2 up there. Load. And you can release your doggo in a minute, but I'd really like to take that Axeman down. Good. Good, good, good. This is the problem with doggos, though, is we're now having to go all the way around the or releasing them this early. We're having to go all the way around the outside. King the War Dog is very near death, though, so I don't think he's going to be lasting much longer. So Op will be able to come in and start swinging his axe around in a minute. Wait. Cool. I mean, so one of the things that happens when a character dies in this game is there is a chance that, you know, they might not be killed and that they can recover. So although Chris's body is there and his head is quite a ways away from it, what I'm telling you is this game's all about percentages and rolls and chances. And although Chris's body is here and his head is here, there's a chance. There's a chance that he could recover. Sorry, Chris. Your time with Tits Out Mermaid Company has ended. And that's our first doggo of the day down. Unless we reload, because this fight is probably way beyond what we're capable of as a company at the moment. However, tis but a scratch. I mean, we're not doing too bad. I'm going to fight this one out and see how we go, because we're the numbers are starting to tell. Yeah, poor doggo as well. God, I do not want to get... Uh-oh, and Chris, yeah, right. Don't want to get too close to that axe guy. Let's stab this dude up first. Right, Op. In there. Nice. Hey, look! Hey, look, it's Chris. It's Chris right there. As long as we don't lose too many doggos, this will be worth it as a fight, basically. Go on, Kim. Yes, Kim. Oh, pierce chest. God, she's fucking vicious with that crossbow. Right, move in here. Good. That's caused him, because they're being slowly surrounded on all sides, it's causing morale checks, which means that we don't need to kill this guy now. And we can concentrate on somebody else, like this dude. Although, if you can chop his head off... Yeah, keep that helmet intact and just stab him up. The dogs will bite the body usually as well. So, that's a good thing. Good. The thing is, chat, actually, a game like this where it's going to be quite a long play and there's, you know... I need to get you out of the way now. Get out of the way. Doggos do the work. A game like this where it's going to be quite a long play and I can play this one longer than I can... I mean, I can play PC flat screen games until the fucking cows come home. Memory. You know, who's died, who's alive, who's been in the stream, who hasn't been in the stream. These are all things that I am capable of forgetting. So although Chris's head does lie in the pavement at the moment, there's every chance I'll be like, oh, Chris is in the chat and he hasn't had to go in the team yet. I'll put him in. Put him in. Good. Stabby stab work. Continue the stabby stabs. Oh, look at this. We're cutting them down rotten now. Good. Excellent work. Did his helmet survive, though? Possibly not. We shall see in the end loot screen. And now these guys are slowly going to start getting surrounded and moving someone here. Oh, the dogger didn't break them. And we can just start whittling them down, hopefully, without getting whittled ourselves would be nice. Now, I could use Op's other ability here to split that shield and get it out the way. I might do that. Let's see if we can get some attacks through first. Because, of course, if we break this kit, then we don't get to keep this kit. And he's not far off of breaking. And, yeah. So this is where that whole loot goblin element comes in, where I'll risk it all for a fucking helmet. It's like, oh, but you almost got Von killed. Well, you know, did we? But we got the helmet, though. That's the important part, is it not? Is it not? Doc's not looking particularly healthy either. Can you attack the doggos or something? Come on now. We've got a lot of rounds of doggos to attack here, though. Doc can't move here either, so carry on with the stabbing. Good. A pierced hand and a pierced leg muscle. That'll put the kibosh on his step. That guy goes down. He's routing. We move in. And that's game. Run them down. If only we had Chris. We could use his flail to hit this guy in the do-rag and preserve his armor. What a shame. What a shame. There we go. All in all, a 100% successful trip. I know, but we lost Chris. All in all, a 100% successful trip. Right. Did we get anything good? We did not get that good helmet. Oh! One of our dogs survived. I don't think I've seen that before. Oh, we got a better flail as well. Ah, the memory of Chris will live on. This is the crap flail. This is the much better flail. Flail's good in this game. Oh, we got some javelins now as well. And I think that's a better crossbow than what K2 has. So we'll give it her and she can repair it. Is that a light crossbow? It is a light crossbow. Okay, well, I know I've promised you a bow, but just repair that for now. Kim. We'll get these back up and running because these are worthwhile. We'll repair that as well. Now we've got some slightly better armor to wear as well. Doc's looking a little worse for wear. Who's got a decent stamina stat that can actually wear these things? It's probably Von. It's always Von, isn't it? There you go. She's got the nasal helmet with the rusty mail. That's right, that rust will just chip straight off. Cool, we got some level ups there as well. Beaver's part of the slaughterhouse. Fatigue up, life up. These are all good things. And we can now get him Shield Expert, which increases his bonuses with shields. And we'll probably change him over to a spear quite soon as well, because I did want to go for Spear Tactics 101. Kim can have... Oh, Kim come in very accurate now. Well, reasonably so. Good, good, good. And, well, yeah. Yeah, it just might get fucking... What would it be from rust? Tetanus? Something like that. What can I give Kim? I always find... Bullseye always seems to be a really good skill to take. The penalty to hit chance when shooting at a target you have no clear line of fire is reduced from 75 to 50%. I think it does more than that though, because putting that on always seems to up my archers. I do like to get Pathfinder for my archers and my backline, because then they can move unimpeded. And then the other one to get is footwork. So... But I do like Crippling Strike as well. Lowers the threshold to inflict injuries. Injuries on enemies are always good. I think we're going to pop Pathfinder on, I think. Because none of these are really, other than that, and that's not good for crossbows. I don't think it's good for bows. Yeah, Pathfinder. So this just basically reduces the amount of action points and fatigue it takes to move across various terrain. So we can get K2 up into the hills with a bloody do-rag ensemble. Cool. Ken slowly but surely marching along on the level ups. He's will become quite the fighter. And we get him... Oh, he's already got the perks. Ooh, good, good. Yes, yes. And a little bit more health. Good, good. So we escaped that one with... Hang on, are they just lightly wounded? Huh, just a handful of light wounds. Oh, and obviously we lost Chris, but, you know, just a handful of light wounds. Now, if we get ambushed again, we're not going to be able to repel a second ambush. So, this still might be... Oh, fuck off. But we can possibly get Ken a better hat. We could, actually. We could. No, I need to give Beavis it. So, the heavier the armor that you get for the body and the head, the more it affects your fatigue. And because like Doc and Ken are just coming up, they're just starting to get a decent level of fatigue together. If I put too heavier armor on them now, they won't be able to be as effective. So we give I mean, it makes sense to give your best kit to your highest level people to try in an attempt to try and keep them alive a little bit longer. Right, who's not got doggos? Everyone but Beavis and Op. Cool. Now, there is a trait in this game called, I can't remember what it's called actually, but it's like some sort of play on 9 lives. I think it might actually be called 9 lives, where if you take a fatal hit, you go down to 1 HP and it increases your defenses. So, a lot less chance of people dying. I ain't taking that perk. I ain't taking that. I mean, I should try and keep you guys alive, but that's not what we do here. But, yeah. Just remember, Von, Kim, if you die, I don't want to hear any of it. There was no sympathy for Chris, was there? No sympathy whatsoever. Just a ha-ha, take your stuff, move along, move along. Right, these are only brigand thugs. There are some raiders, though. And we're going to have less caravan hands now as well. This could be where Tits Out Mermaid Company fucking loses it. I mean, we've got plenty of doggos, and we do have the hill. Let's see how these opening shots go. The good thing here is they haven't got quite as many shields as the last lot did. And some of them are in pretty raggedy ass stuff, which works for us. Well, still, Von, still. Right. Let's get set up there. Stiff upper lip. Stiff upper lip for the Tits Out Mermaid Company. Hold here with everyone a little bit. See if we can force them down this way. Some spear wall, hot spear wall action. And then if they don't buy the bait on the spear walls, we unleash the doggos. How very British of you indeed, Kim. Go there. That may force them into combat with Beavis, which is what we want, because he's quite the fighter. Good. Kim, pop a bolt into, look at this, 80% chance to hit. I mean, she can still quite easily miss. The dangerous one there is probably that guy. Yep, standard. It's alright, Kim, don't worry. You know, plenty of bolts. It's not like it fucking costs us per miss. Right. See what they do. Right, in they come. Ow. Oh, he's going straight for the fucking donkeys. Cut him up. Good. And unleash the dog. Good. Barg, that's your war dog at the moment, K2. Right. Beavers, chop him up. Good stuff. Oh, he's lost his helmet. Bad times. Move in and cut. Nice. Loop around. Stab. Unleash doggo. Good. So we're starting to win this flank here nicely now. We'll stay on this hill for... no, I think we need to press our advantage. Let's go here. Doggo down so we get the little surround boat. Oh, no. We didn't have enough action points to get off that fucking hill. Let's see if we can cause a little bit of a mass rout. If we move here... Nope, that didn't do it. And then maybe... But we can get another doggo down. Good doggos. That's a perk, by the way, like switching positions. Something that's quite good for some of the ways that you can build certain weapon sets, and I suppose you'd call them classes. I do find doggos work really well in a staunch line of spears or spear wall, because you can then, the enemy keep on getting repelled by them, and then when they start weakening you can unleash the dogs, so to speak. Yep, solid miss, Kim, good job. Ah, he's crept up on us. Kill this guy. Good. Good, good. I told him to do that. This is why I'm in command. Fucking ops on death's door again. Fucking hell, man. His windpipe must be so weak. It's constantly getting crushed. Oh, that's dangerous. But you're going to have to fight your way out of it. Good man. Good man. And... that is Op out of it. He is... Op is... His crushed windpipe resulted in... I can't see it now. Op's dead. Cool, great. Yeah, great. I think we might be reloading, chat. See how we go. And again, this is how this game usually plays out, though, especially in the early game. It's quite difficult to keep hold of people. You have all been warned. But then I suppose it makes it like a good series, doesn't it? Where, you know, not all characters are safe. Like, you know, Von's just died now as well. So, oh no, Von has been struck down, which means that she runs the risk of getting an injury, but is not dead. So I'm sure she'll be very happy about that. And just as they're starting to rout, oh, don't shoot the dogs, Kim! Fuck's sake. Right. We need to get this guy routing now. Good. He's routing. He fleeing. They're all fleeing. Good stuff. Right, let's get behind them. Cut off their retreat. Well, if you had a longbow. Yeah, I suppose there is that. Up, down. The one thing that I will say is I find the double-handed weapons in this game, because you can't take a shield, it's just hit or miss as to whether you're going to survive anything at that point. It really feels like it. If you can get a few level ups, there's like some decent traits that you can get, like dodge and nimble. And if you can get some decent armor on them as well, but a shield just increases melee defense, which means it's all well and good armoring up, but if you don't get hit, then you don't need as good at armor. The way I hit that dog, and they're like, fucking hell, yeah, she's gonna do that to the dogs. What's fucking chance do we stand? The other thing that we can do here, though, whilst we've got people routing, is if we can get kills with specific characters, it'll put more XP their way. But doggo kills will spread the XP love. So, across the entire team. Good stab. Cool. Von has... oh, fuck's sake. This character took something to the knee and it never fully healed. Lunging forward or dodging can be painful and it lacks any grace. So Von now has a permanent minus 40% melee defense, permanent minus 40% range defense, and minus 40% initiative. Von is now going to be probably relegated to medic with that bad knee. Oh dear. And the wheel turns. We did get a good spear out of that, though, or reasonably a better level spear than what we have. I mean, if we get attacked again before we get to the end, I'm going to have to reload it. Otherwise, this stream just ends and we'll have to start Tits Out Mermaid Company another time. Properly, though, this time. Doc 2 comes to you with a report of your food stocks. He explains that there's not much to go around and what bread is on hand could be better used to build a house than slay a man. Most of the fruit is soft to the touch, covered in what appears to be grey fur. You guys don't get fruit. Grain, and more grain. All that's left otherwise has been thrown into a great stew, which the men have apparently named crotch broth. Ah, just like the USS Rotten Crotch. It's all coming back round now. To be frank, it isn't looking good. However, by some fortuitous coincidence, a small farmstead stands in the distance. The brother doesn't come right out and say it, but is gently suggesting that maybe the company could go raid it. Doc? Fucking hell, Doc. We don't need to raid it. So it's coming up with this because we run out of food, but we're getting our food supply from the wagon that we're on, so we just move on. The one thing that I will add to all of this as well, we're not being a goody little two-shoes because there is actually this reputation, and if you negatively impact this, it can have effects on it. And then here's our renown at the moment. The higher that is, the better jobs that we can get. So, on. Night has fallen. The remaining men and women of Tits Out Mermaid Company stumble on. God, we're going to end up going off the fucking map here. Oh, skirting the boundaries. Skirting the borders of the screen there. Oh, God, no. No, God, no. That was Goblin Raiders, and that was a lot of them. Thankfully, the guard came out and dealt with them. If we can get involved in that fight as well and get XP. So, there we go. We made it. That is a shit ton of money. Crown's well deserved. And there we go. We have now fulfilled our first ambition. No one likes a skinflint. Least of all, a group of wandering, bloodthirsty rabble commanded by a silver-tongued devil, motivated primarily by his love of coin. Not everyone, or more precisely, no one, was thrilled when I, of all people, suggested cutting back on spending to save up for a company standard. Once the Tits Out Mermaid Company standard is finally paid for and hoisted for the first time to proudly snap in the fresh dawn breeze, however, no one can claim it wasn't worth it. The men are proud of their new standard, even tossing around names for it around the campfire, though none of them really stick. What does stick is that with Von's now fresh knee injury, she shall be our banner bearer. It's clear for everyone to see now, this is not some band of hired thugs. This is becoming a true mercenary company, albeit a very small fucking mercenary company. And there we go, we're all now in good spirits, except Von, for obvious reasons. Her kneecap was shattered. We've spent 1,000 crowns. We now have a standard. Now, what the standard does in this game is it's quite cool. We can give it to Von, but that does not mean she's out of the fight. It just means she's off of the front line. She goes from having a one-handed spear to the Tits Out Mermaid Company Battle Standard, which is in essence a two-handed spear and has a range of 2 tiles. So now Von's job is to sit behind the line and stab past all of you lot that create the line. What a good Von. What a good Von shall be. So we still need to make sure that her attack is plentiful, and we also want to make sure her resolve is high and get that maximum fatigue up. We don't need to worry too much about her armor and hit points. She won't be on the front line anymore. She'll just be doing the stabby stab, but at even longer range. What's better than a spear? An even fucking longer spear. Slap a Tits Out Mermaid on there, you've got our battle standard. So, with that in mind, with that little role reversal, we will then give Von the ability to rally the troops as well, so she'll be able to rally us when fleeing. Arrow to the knee, exactly. I think it was more than just an arrow. It was a spear and an axe, and I think a sword was involved in there somewhere also. So Ken's leveling up nicely as well. Shame about the melee defense there, but we'll up those stats. Oh, we need to let's get some shield mastery going on as well. Same for Doc. Got a nice front line coming together, although it's a bit thin. And yeah, more health. That'll potentially keep you guys alive. Good. Yep. Broken knee, bruised leg, lightly wounded. So that's good, because that's probably... What is it again? So it doesn't actually affect her movement, which is good, because people in the back line need to be able to move up and down the back line fast to reposition and help out. It was something to the knee. This character took something to the knee. It never fully healed. The law isn't an arrow. It definitely wasn't an arrow. It would have been great if it was an arrow, but it was not an arrow. Right, I think we need more people. At this point, anyone will do. If there's anyone waiting in the wings, I need names. Ooh, this we talked about. Ah, he's a bastard. I thought that was the kennel we could do with one of those. Right, now, I know what you're thinking. Come on now, Silver. Don't skimp on money for, you know, quality replacements. I mean, I'm probably going to skimp. I don't want to spend our entire budget on a bastard. So they do have depending on what kind of characters you hire, their backgrounds. Like, for instance, a bastard is somebody, we've all watched Game of Thrones. Jon Snow is a fantastic swordsman. He is a bastard. He's gone through the noble upbringing, but he doesn't have any claims. Things can happen, and story arcs and events can evolve depending on the characters that you have. So, for instance, Masons have slight, you know, a gambler will give us a gambling event every now and again. I don't know what shepherds do. The other thing that I like about kennel hands as well, or kennel handlers, is I think they can tame and train up wolves, which then act as doggos, which are just better doggos, I think, but obviously you can't buy them, so they are then in limited supply. We need somebody, I think it might be this guy, and he already starts off with a level up as well. Let's just hire him. Fuck tryouts. Right, any bastards in the chat? Need a bastard. Oh, Vega hasn't been named yet, has he? Vega's a bit of a bastard, isn't he? Good, very good. Oh, these stars are in the wrong places. Ooh. Well. We'll make do with what we have. Oh, +1s. Ugh. We need you hitting the ground running, so let's get you on fast adaptation. Let's grab him a shield. Aye, aye, Captain, indeed. Vega the bastard. Again, I've never had a bastard in my company before, but I do know that depending on the backgrounds of the characters, their choices can become available. I believe Bastard has some interesting ones, so it's another level of depth in the game as well. Now we will give we've got a better spear there, right? The rapier and the repartee, indeed. I mean, if we'd been able to have actually played the aforementioned Hellsplit Arena game, I could have shown you that I'm a master of the rapier and the repartee from time to time, it has been said. I want to get a spear in Vega's hands. One of the things I haven't tried is javelins, and apparently they're quite good. So look at this. Vega comes fully decked out. So this is, again, kind of what you pay for, not the levels. What is he as well? Oh, look at these stats. Determined, so he'll start combat at confident morale. That's huge. And, but if confidence provides. And look at this. Our very own Vega. He's not just a bastard. He's also determined and brave. Vega's mother hailed from a pub in Wolfenstein. You know, that popular 3D shooter. Which is strange because his father is a married royale in Griechenchazen. Being a royal bastard gave the man a good life, so long as he kept his head low and his unwanted status even lower. Angered by his role in life, Vega did attempt a coup to take the throne. It didn't go far. He is now banished from every court in the land. Well done, Vega. Good job on the old coup there. Good job, sir. Good job. Well, it's all right. Couldn't quite get the kingdom, but you do get to join The famous. What more honour could you want? More honour than a kingdom in joining out the Tits Out Mermaid Company. Right. Cool. So we have... I will... at the aforementioned times, I'll check all of your little write-ups as well. So, look at K2 with this athletic physique. She's brave too. Athletic and brave, Kim. Anyway, right, that's enough for checking out the boring stats. We'll come back to that later. Let's get a decent helmet on K2. Don't need much more of this. We are going... So now that we have a standard bearer, I want to start investing in a back line. So we do actually need more people. Although, don't think we've got any weaponry for them. Could be a good excuse to try the javelins, though. And then we can level them up into a spear wielder. Ooh, weaponsmith. Those are what we need. Either pikes or bill hooks. I like pikes. Bill hooks are arguably better. Pikes allow you to push people away. Bill hooks allow you to hook them in and drag them in. The way that I use them, once people are past our spear wall, I want to push them away so that we can reset it. Bill hooks you can use a little bit differently, but you risk your backline people, and I don't want to do that. Again, I haven't played enough of this to really know if that's a good thing or a bad thing yet, but we're getting there. We are getting there. Tell you what, every time I play through this game, I never see any of this fucking legendary kit, and I've got loads of money on, or had loads of money on some of my other profiles, like this armor as well. Good amount of maximum fatigue loss for a decent amount of armor. Right, let's sell. Don't need that, don't need that. That could be useful for a kit for somebody later on. Don't need that or that. Flails we're not using in this run. Neither they or they. No. Kite shields have a lot of range defense, but I could put those things in. I could. And then it doesn't matter if they die. I see where you're going with that, Kim. I see where you're going with that. It's right. If we haven't got people in the chat, I'm sure, you guys can easily throw out names and we can go from there. There just isn't much in the crop of good stuff for hiring here. I mean, I am the first minstrel that we come across. I'm buying it and naming it John Holland. So, but yeah, there doesn't seem to be one at the moment. Let's try this Mason. It's just another body to put in the back line at the moment. He's greedy and will demand a higher payment and daily payment than others with a similar background, as well as being fast to leave you. Oh, good. Who's greedy? Zombie Chris. That can be Fish. Fish is greedy. He's about the least greedy person I've ever fucking met. But yeah, Fish. Fish can be greedy. Give him a shield. Give him a spear. Give him a hat. Put him in the front line with all of the really good troops. Let's see what if we can get the job done, shall we? Let's see. He can go right front and centre. Has he actually got... he hasn't got a bad ranged stat. You know what, Fish? I'll take it all back. You know how you're usually the guy who's throwing arrows? Well, today you can chuck javelins for the Tits Out Mermaid Company. Right. And we can replenish our doggo losses. The other thing I find about doggos as well, worth 400, buy for 308, and we haven't got any particularly special things going on with this city or events, so doggos always seem to be quite underpriced. We're having all of them. We are having all of them. A straw hat. Yeah, sorry, Chris. Look, it was tough times back then. We didn't have $3 grand to play with. I mean, we don't have $3 grand to play with anymore. kind of spent it all, but, you know, gotta spend money to feel bad about spending the money. Cool. Doggos for everyone and a spare doggo. So now we can just, you know, we can just fucking send them into battle and not have to worry about the doggo death. What's that? More grain. Yeah, cool. Right, we're going to need to start bringing a little more in the ways of supplies now, because there are 7 people in our grain company. Oh, we also need to see about closing those lines up as well, like that. Actually, that way. No, that is the way. I want Von behind Beavis to back him up, and the other guys are going to do the spear wall, and we'll probably change Beavis over to spear when he gets the specialty for it. And then we can get a staunch line of spears. No jobs here. Why the hell are we even here? Let's head to Sabingen. So if you haven't guessed already as well, this is another one of those games that I can just spend forever on. No. Von wears that broken fucking knee like a badge of honor now. She's basically become company sergeant with the banner holding, and can work the stabby stabs from the back line. Would anyone like a sack for their face? It's going if anyone wants a sack for their face. We could give Fish a sack, couldn't we? Yeah, let's put a sack on Fish. If he can't be here, he gets the sack. If he doesn't rub the lotion on his skin, he'll get the hose again. There you go. Happy now, Chris? He got all the good stuff, but we've given him a sack for now. There we go. Probably a silly idea because it's not very good armor, but if Fish gets into combat, we've probably done something wrong. There we go. Definitely. Windfest. I have no idea where that is. That's a lot less than what we had last time. Cool. We all happy with where Tits Out Mermaid Company is going? What's that, you all say? Yes. Cool. Save. We now don't have that old save. Everyone who's dead, who is definitely dead. I accept this contract. We didn't need to buy provisions. How far away is that? How far away is it? All the way up the top. We've got a lot of ground to cover. We don't need the food, though, that I just fucking bought. I mean, to be fair, we needed it to get here, so we can get a little bit of our gold back from that. Good. Well, not good. Oh, I sold the fucking shield. How much is that worth? 80. That gives me an idea. Worth 400, getting 60. So that tells me that this place is offering, what's that, 6, 12, 18, 24, 32, 8, 16, 24, 32, 40. So that tells me that this place is offering about 15% on sale for value. It's a shame that there's nowhere in the game that actually tells you how good or bad. You just have to know the prices. So there's a good harvest here as well. That's why they just took our grain off of us for fuck all, but they're also selling grain for fuck all as well. Ooh, and look at all of this. I could treat you guys to wine and mead. It's all going really cheap as well, but you know what they say, you don't spend money on wine and mead for the Tits Out Mermaid Company. Off we go. Now, hopefully we don't get as many cataclysmic events going on during this trading caravan as we did the last one. It falls to you, the commander, that's me guys, to see that the company succeeds not just on the battlefield but also in fame and riches, and so you spend the evening pondering about the bigger plan for the Tits Out Mermaid Company. In your tent, whilst the men talk and laugh around the fire. You're never going to become a legend simply by chasing brigands and doing small-time contracts. What do I proclaim to the men the company will set out to do? Well, it's an easy choice. Thanks, Von. It's an easy choice, and it does involve Von, if we have it. And it's, we need to spread word. Let's pay this to every settlement, no. And each... Fuck off, I'm not doing that. I'll take ages. Dozen men... Oh, yeah, there it is. We fight well, but we need to be better organised in case things get dire. I shall name a sergeant to rally you on the battlefield. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, Von. Yes, I knew that was coming. Yeah, that's right. You better fuck off. And there you go. Ambition already fulfilled. You were unsure at first about assigning Von to this important task, for she was as committed to revelry and carousing as any other woman. But Von takes her duties with a zeal that is at first admirable and later worrying. See, I pick 'em well. This already sounds like Von. Scoffing at dawn as the rising hour of the cowardly and infirm, Von decides that everyone must start the day much earlier. She runs the men through the usual sparring routines and checks their equipment for splits and wear, but to such light work, she adds strict rules about setting up and breaking camp, formation drills, lessons on flanking, force marches, with stones in their pack, throwing grenades, and detailed punishment regime for anyone who dares to fall behind. Words such as backbreaking, cruel, flint-hearted, merciless, a cunt, as well as dozens of saltier epithets, ring in the air whenever Von is safely out of earshot. Though never when she is sleeping, for the brothers have learned that Von the Sergeant never truly sleeps. Good. Good. You'll make a great Sergeant Von. But it does unfortunately mean no doggo, but you do get the Sergeant sash. Look. You get the no doggo for you, Von, but you get the Sergeant sash because you can't have both. And I do need you to wear the sash because your resolve helps bolster everybody else's, I think. Plus 23% based on this character's resolve, yeah. Cool. Scary accurate indeed. Let's go. Well done, Titsack Mermaid Company. We have a new sergeant. The thing is, as well, so obviously we get rewards from those accolades. God, those Goblin Raiders don't want any of it. Yeah, that's right. Fuck off. You can see their little footprints. Oh, no, they're fucking gone. They've been attacked by another company and then they're off as well. We can't... Oh, well, we can cancel the mission and go after those goblins, but doggo, though. Sitting and jesting with the men whilst they check their kit, hone their blades and mend their armour, your mind wanders off to thinking about new ideas for improving the company and its reputation across the lands. Oh, me with ideas above my station? Who would have thought? What is your conclusion and what do I tell the men? We shall... We're not ready to travel into the wilderness just yet, although I have seen a couple of places that we could test our mettle. I think we need at least a... I don't want to grow the company just yet. Dozen men, that one's coming. I don't want to visit every single town, that seems like a fucking chore. Let's try and defeat a group of at least a dozen opponents. That one's, there are, you know, we'll naturally, as the game progresses, we're in day 30 now. Oh, here we go. Oh, look, here they are. We'll naturally start going up against more and more opponents. Sometimes better armed, but, you know, when they're not better armed, there'll just be a lot of them. Right. So we've got a new sergeant now. Everyone's got their roles. Fish has got his bag on his head. You can just see him peeping up out over the banner. Let's all try not to die, right? I've just got things stabilized. Please don't fucking die. Cool. Thankfully, a lot of these guys are, well, some of them are lacking shields, which will help our doggos get in there a bit better. I want to stay away from that fucking Axeman. Yeah, fuck it. Send in the doggos. Let's open up with the doggo gambit. Strong flanking maneuvers there. Lovely. Look at this. Vega straight on the battlefield is confident. Confidence is high. We need to go there. 8. I want to stay away from that fucking Axeman. That's right, Doc 2 can take him. Doc 2 can take the Axeman. Give him a good stabbing. Put a dog in his way also. Try not to get your head cut off, Doc. They have already moved, so we've got some attacks on them. And then we'll slide Vega in here. First stab of the game. Let's help the front line a little bit. And then Von can saunter up behind the front line and then stab past. That was a good hit as well. Solid hit. Stabby stab. Good shooting, Kim. Never doubted you. I mean, if you caravan hands want to get involved any time, any fucking time. Cool. Ow. Oh, somebody's dog died. Shit. Okay, these guys got some... Well, they might be a bit more levels up than I thought, maybe. Or got lucky. Probably lucky. Let's say it was lucky. No. You. Good. Good shooting. Right. Hang on, wait, what? Oh, he's got javelins. Fuck, I thought he had a spear. Damn it. Should know these things. I don't think I can push him away either. Nope, okay, right. Turtle up, young fish. I don't think fish is going to last very long. Okay. Might be my fault a little bit. Right, stab this guy. Get him out of the way. Then with this one. Same with this one. It's a good stab. Ripped his ear clean off. Move in and slice. No. Okay, set doggo down. Good. Good. That's a fucking cut arm. And cut arm sinew from that one. Solid stab from Von with the standard. God, it's already fucking covered in blood. Good work, Sergeant. One down. Cool. Let's go here. Excellent work, Kim. Lay down a doggo. That'll bounce past Von. Good. Yep, yeah, caravan hands, don't worry about it, we'll handle it. Ow. I still can't get fish out there with this stupid bag on his head. Move in there. Good. Causes him to flee. Stab that guy. Good. Damn. I need the dogs to move out the fucking way now. Oh, God, Vega. Stop it. You're supposed to be one of my best. That was some heavy hits. Flails, the bastards. I can't get to... Right, we're going to have to get this guy out of the way by killing him. Stabby. Stab. No. Oh, yeah, great. Yeah, set a spear wall back up there. There's a reason why you guys are only caravan hands. Ah, that does open up fish. So because this guy's fleeing, he's no longer pinning fish, which means fish can start chucking spears. Nice. Nice. Still can't get Vega around. Damn it. Come on, dogs. Kill them and force them to flee. One more. I mean, it's a good shot. Pierced his side again. Vicious she is. Vicious with that crossbow. Look out for the axe man. Oh, there goes the dog's head. Ah, shit. Fuck's sake. Every time this happens, it costs me 300 fucking gold. Although I'd much rather it was doggos than real people. Way, maybe? Might shield bash him? I doubt it. If you can get these stabs off Vega, you might survive. Good man. Good man. Right, finish him off. And then chuck more spears at the axe guy. Excellent work, Fish. For a man with a bag on his head, he's pretty good at throwing a javelin. Ah, no problem. For the tits out mermaid company. Somebody clean up that fucking dog. Don't remember to pick its head up as well. We'll put it all in a bag and bury it somewhere. Or probably just throw it in the next river. Good stuff. Crew is cheaper than dogs, but crew can level up. Doggos can't. Doggos, ergo doggos disposable, crew not disposable. I mean, you know, I try and say these things with a straight face. Right. Good. Everyone's wounded. Fish got his level up, making him better at chucking spears. Cool. What is his background? I forgot. Forgotten already. He's a mason. Growing up in Granitstein, of course he is. Fish spent his youth poring over construction books with Ernest. 5 buildings built, 5 buildings knocked down. Endless wars made the man's vocation an impossible one. Putting down his hammer and his chisel for a hammer and a sharpened chisel called a sword. This does sound like Fish. Yeah, it's my sharpened chisel, innit? Fish now works in the field of mercenaries. Let's get him on the learning path, try and level him up. We're going to need to start using this to try and get everyone up to a reasonable level quickly. Because, as you can tell, we're losing people quite fast. Or we can be, anyway. We had... You haven't got the fatigue for it, neither of you. Neither of you. Ken probably can afford to have one of those on. Yeah, there you go, Ken. Nice little blue cap for you. Lovely. Lovely. Yeah, we don't need an awful lot of this. Oh, and there you go. Oh, what? The doggo that died came back. Excellent. I think. Yep. Fully stocked on dogs. All 6 of them. They don't even cost any money or upkeep or food. Dogs are so good in this game. Doggos, so good. And when they start becoming redundant as well, you can even sell them. Brilliant. So that didn't cost us 300 gold. Outstanding, people. Outstanding. Is our destination just up here? I hope it is. The longer we're on the road, the more chance there is that we're going to get fucking tagged. And we are right now licking our wounds. Yeah, Doc managed to fracture his elbow. Vega's broken his nose and fractured his elbow. What did you do, Vega? Fall down the fucking stairs? I thought you were in a fucking combat. Anyway. Fractured his elbow. Broke his nose. Look, they're staying away now. They don't want any of it. That's good, because as the game progresses, things become more difficult, and then events happen as well. And if things are starting to run away from us at this stage of the game, that means we're probably on par with where we need to be. Doc 2 asks you to enter Hayes the Wars Dog into a local dog fighting circle. Right, Doc? Sounds like great. No, it sounds like an awful idea. But the man goes on to explain that a lot of money stands to be made in dog fighting. All the dog handler needs is an ante up 200 crowns. Oh, Doc. Alright, fine. He's come to me with a good idea. You take a purse of crowns and follow Doc 2 through a wind of darker and darker streets. Never heard that expression before. Soon enough, there isn't much to see. Wet cobblestones, licked white by strobes of moonlight, lazily guide you into what depths the city hides from those who prefer the day. Suddenly, a torch flares up and a man's face, afloat and disembodied in the dark, speaks out to you. That dog ear there for fighting day? Doc 2 nods. The stranger tilts the torch forward. All right then, right this way, gentlemen. Watch your step. All manner of piss goes downhill. Let's do this. Following the man's torch through the dark, you come to a building with a sliding portal at its door. The stranger gives the door a pattern of knocks and it pops open, as if commanded by the final rap. You are ushered in, leering faces watching from the side as you enter. Immediately, you hear the unsettling din of snarling and barking. This is what you are here for, right? Stairs lead you to the pits, where a crowd huddles around a makeshift arena of dirt and wobbly fence posts. The action can't be yet seen, but off to the side are a pile of dead dogs, and beside them sit their killers, eyes wild, blood frothing, mouths agape in horrified panting. As two dogs clash in the arena, you glance at Doc. Time to up the ante and see what the mutt can do! Oh, that doesn't look good. After paying the ante of 200 crowns, you and Doc 2 take Hayes the War Dog inside the arena. We should have gone with King. I'm telling you, we should have gone with King the War Dog. Its eyes dart around, and as its shoulder rests against your pant leg, you can feel a quickening heartbeat. Across from you stands your competition, a scummy-looking dog handler and a massive beast. More wolf than dog. The mutt is missing its bottom lip, displaying a jagged row of teeth that have been chiseled to be deadlier than they already are. Scabs and sores mottle its crooked body, but the musculature of its frame, it's apparent, and Doc 2 whispers that this will be ugly. Yeah, cheers, Doc. Hayes the War Dog yips and jabs forward, the mongrel breed with war in him, and with an outstretched hand you unleash your hound just as your opponent does. You spend 2 crowns. Get him, boy! The two dogs sprint toward one another and cover the small arena in a flash. They collide, their crude bodies wheedling away from one another before their feet plant and charge in for another shot. The opponent's dog ducks beneath Hayes the War Dog, then rises back up, glooming onto the underside of your dog's neck. Doc 2's hands go to his face, his eyes staring out between his fingers. You watch as Hayes the War Dog is shaken from side to side. Blood spurts from its nose as it yelps. You can hear the scratch of scissoring, helpless legs as the dog tries to kick across the dirt. The audience cheers and laughs, and Silvertongue sighs, because I thought I'd just not lost 300 gold, and now I've lost 500. Cheers, Doc, I can't intervene. You decide not to intervene, instead letting Hayes the War Dog's fight and potential demise go where it may. The choice is soon rewarded. You watch as your dog gets in hind paws against one of the fence posts circling the arena. With a good kick, it manages to slide itself underneath its combatant and there tear out the dangling testicles in a disgusting display of survivalism. The poor, emasculated mongrel, shrieking, wheels around only to put its neck directly into the jaws of Hayes, the War Dog. The fight ends quickly and almost mercifully. From there, you go to collect the reward, whilst Doc 2 smugly smiles with Hayes, the War Dog's tail wagging. You gain 500 gold. Well done, Doc. Didn't doubt you for a second. Good boy. Little things like that keep the juices flowing in this game. It's quite good. I like it. I also like how it puts the fact that I've named the characters into those stories. Now we always can remember how Doc 2's dog has balls. We can always remember. Go, mission accomplished. Right. Of course they do, Kim. Of course they do. Right. What we will do, because we're at 4 hours, let's have a quick check of the old marketplace. Cool. We can make good on our cloth orders. This isn't a bad place to sell gear, so let's get rid of most of this. Let's keep hold of that. Let's keep hold of that. Don't need that. We're possibly going to need some food. Grain! We want grain! That's fine. It just so happens that grain is cheap and shit. We will get you grain. Don't worry. And we also need more tools. Kim's really going through that ammunition, and now Fish isn't going to be helping with that either. Although he's hit all of his javelins so far, which is pretty good stuff. And that's that. Let's see. Weaponsmith. No. None of that for now. Armor. Oh, these all look great. Ooh. That's worthwhile taking. So these heater shields are a slight increase in melee defense than the wooden shield. They also have more durability as well. So that gets our front line looking a little tastier. Maybe. You know what? One of the funny things is that my newest born is lulled to silence by me chatting away. So he may just be the greatest in streamer baby technology that I'm looking for, where he can sit behind me and listen to me yammer on to you lot, and then it serves two purposes, or you know, destroys two purposes, keeping him awake and you lot asleep, or other way around, or both asleep or both awake, one of the several. We haven't got any level ups to do, but yeah, that'll be coming soon. Not going to spend money on the training hall because I don't think anyone's that far behind. Fish could maybe... Nah, it's a lot of gold. It's a lot of goldfish. I mean, you got a bag on your head for starters. You're probably not going to... I mean, people with bags on their head don't usually have plot armor, to be honest. So, caravan hand. I do want to get a caravan hand. Let's get an apprentice. A caravan hand. And I think that'll do us. Did we roll some good stats? We did. Death Wish is quite good. And another Death Wish. Cool. Fucking hell, what's with the people from this town? Fucking, they got Death Wishes. They got Death Wishes. Cool, let's pop. You've actually got quite good fatigue on you straight away. I like it. A knife is not a bad weapon, but we do want to upgrade that as soon as possible. And you can have that little do-rag on. We'll pop a shield on you, and we'll get you armed soon. So I am going to need 2 names for the next stream, and time providing, I might do it through the day tomorrow. Yeah. I think that's as good a bombshell to end it on as any. So this has been the awesome Battle Brothers. Yes, I know it isn't the Hellsplit arena that was promised. That is no fault of Hellsplit's. I now need to roll back my MetaQuest Developer Hub thingy so that I can actually start streaming VR again in the glorious Technovision that we do here. But other than that, yeah, this has been Battle Brothers. I have been Silver Tongue Devil. Good night.